We're doing Spoony Final Fantasy. I was going to do a video about Fuzzhow, but for some reason the Fuzzhow videos just weren't downloading. My fucking video downloader does not want to work. It took me like several tries to download each of these parts. But we got Spoony doing Final Fantasy X-2, which, in my opinion, I actually really like X-2. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of people didn't like it, mainly because the whole pop star thing, which I understand completely. But as a game, it's very fun. Torsh, what's up, Torsh? Spoony, no! So maybe in the future we'll do a Fuzzhow video when I can get all the clips. Because I kind of want to dunk on Fuzz. It's always fun to dunk on Fuzzy. It is, let's see, Wednesday night. It was his child abortion chick. It was his child. Oh yeah, Lindsay Ellis. Crack open my can. This is... I got some other videos in the pipeline. I want to do a stream about Shoe on Head so I can laugh at her for being bald. I got that. I want to do, let's see, Shoe on Head. I might want to do those Christian videos, but I have to kind of be careful with that. Those cartoon ones that I was showing you before, I want to do those, a few more of those. One, they're hard to find, and two, I don't know if I'll be able to stream those. Well, we'll play it by ear with that one. Hang out with Curtis nowadays. Yeah. I also want to do, I had a few Nostalgia Critic videos. I wanted to do a Star Wars, the sequel trilogy videos. Those look like a lot of fun, and they don't use movie footage, so that should be easy. But let's, without ado, let's get to our boy Spoony. This is a good theme song. Just punched James Rolfe. Went on to a mental breakdown before he could have read the Final Fantasy 2.5 novel, fucking Nojima and his Blitzbomb. Yo, Richard Russell.
Just in case I haven't made my point abundantly clear by now, Final Fantasy X is one of the worst, most annoying goddamn...
Yes, I did. Supposedly she died, but then she didn't. It's fucking weird. That whole situation is really weird, that little Tay kid.
...games I ever played in my life. The story is fucking wretched. The characters are vapid, irritating dill holes. The art and costume design are ridiculous to the point of weeping hilarity. And the plot's got holes in it you could drive a shoe puff through. And it also won a...
Pulled a Bew? Maybe your parents did.
From virtually every gaming website and magazine on the planet, and is one of the...
I like Spoony's Frogger shirt. He needs to avoid Angry Joe diet plan.
...selling, most highly reviewed RPGs of all time. So of course, because I live on a planet full of mouth-breathing butt whistlers who wouldn't know a good plot to an RPG if it dick-whipped them in the goddamn eye, Square Enix granted your wish and made a sequel. Final Fantasy X-2.
That's a good game. I will die on that hill. I don't care. I actually like X-2 better than 10. What can I do for you?
You can kiss my ass for starters. How about going to hell and taking this fucking game with you?
Nice X-2 poster, Spoony.
Ain't nobody sticking up for this piece of shit, is there? Even fans of 10 didn't know what to make of this. I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
There's an Empty Hero story, and I wish I downloaded it and played it. One of Empty Hero's classmates got this game as a gift from his grandmother, and he plays it in front of the entire class. And as he's doing that, Empty just laughs in the kid's face during the cutscene. And his grandmother has a heart attack at the same time. Yeah, Jewish grandmother. She's clawing me up and down. I'm just picturing that in my head as I watch this. Some fucking teenage kid just staring at the screen like a horse going through Central Park. Empty Hero as a kid just laughing at him. And the girl he liked, who did not like him back. Should have played... Should have used a herb on that grandma. Should have played Silent Hill 3 before. Never live it down, Empty.
It's just... I don't even know what I'm looking at here. There's singing. Was anybody really expecting this after Final Fantasy X? What is with this awful...
That's like a nun becoming a pop star. It's fucking bizarre.
Poorly translated, meaningless J-pop, and why is Yuna dancing all of a sudden, and why is Riku a main character now? And I don't even know who the hell that's supposed to be. You spend most of the game looking for new clothes to wear. I'm not even kidding. A major focus of this game is running around and finding lots of sexy outfits.
The outfits are your job system, Spoony. That's what the dress sphere is, the job system.
It's all just really goofy, like silly kid shit with a bunch of wacky posing for no reason. And then there's this guy.
Let's go! Party! Party!
But you know what? I get it. No, really. I get what they were trying to do. Hell, I kind of admire this game in a weird way.
Reserved character to being a female... Ugh! To a female Tidus.
They were trying to do something new, fresh, and unique. They were trying to inject just a little bit of fun and spirit into what had become a relatively dull, grim, formulaic, and predictable series.
Jesus. Yeah, I had something like a fish in my throat or something. There we go.
Up to this point, the series featured a lot of brooding, whiny, socially awkward assholes full of self-doubt, and lots of very
little tame, well, little guy.
linear storytelling, and believe me, it doesn't get much more linear than Final Fantasy X. X-2, on the other hand, is a very lighthearted adventure with proactive, enthusiastic characters, relatively strong and confident female protagonists, lots of new and upbeat music.
Yeah, they wouldn't be considered... Go to your corner, Zell. They wouldn't be considered empowering nowadays because they're fucking half naked. And that's only a bad thing in Japanese games. I've actually been meaning to stream Final Fantasy X too, but I just don't like doing RPGs. Because they take forever. But yeah, I'd stream Final Fantasy X too. I have it.
Music, and a big emphasis on side questing and exploration. This is basically a sandbox Final Fantasy game with days of
I'm doing good, Fake Deep. I'm doing good. How about you?
time worth of side content to discover. Although the act of exploration might have been just a little bit more exciting if you know, actually flew the airship around Spirit to see it for yourself.
Awkward scissor sessions in Boulder Gate 3. That game is so fucking horny, and every journalist under the sun is like, this is a good thing. Why is... Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Fake Deep. Well, why is fucking Baldur's Gate 3 perfectly acceptable, but games like Dead or Alive aren't? They couldn't even release the third volleyball game in America because people would have freaked out.
Instead of just selecting a destination off a list. But I applaud that kind of innovation. I mean, how weird is that, right? I'm the one guy actually offering a defense for this game.
It's a good game.
In fact, if I'm being embarrassingly honest...
150 gigabytes of uncompressed textures and audios and unoptimized as shit. Sounds about right.
I kinda like it.
See, Spoony? It's a good... Honestly, 10-2 is better than 10.
I
had way more
fun. Fucking 10. At least this game had an identity. You must admit, it did put a new spin on a relatively dull, very tired, very predictable series.
Nice. Yeah.
Granted, it didn't work here, like, at all, to the point that even hardcore fans have completely rejected this game. But I think I know why. No, well, yes, kind of. This is really the scene that caused almost everyone to turn their consoles off in disgust immediately.
While Empty Hero points and laughs as some dude's grandmother has a heart attack.
It's the first thing we see in this game, and it's all just... Oh, God, this is stupid.
You do not want to play this game in front of people.
Stupid. I mean, what the fuck is that thing? Why is the stage some kind of techno force field head, grinning, drumming, Buddha-looking thing?
It makes more sense than fucking Blitzball.
And the song is annoying, the lyrics don't make any sense, and it's that kind of horrible song that gets stuck in your head for weeks. And are we
Yeah, Kesha makes a lot of songs like that.
playing
They're
a
made.
ditzy pop music singer in this game? Because that doesn't really sound like Final Fantasy. It sounds like bullshit. It sounds like Britney's dance beat. Fuck that.
I had that game on the Game Boy Advance. I got it at a flea market when I went to go get a copy of Phantasy Star Collection for the Game Boy, and the person added that in there for free, and I was like, okay. Honestly, it's a game.
Yeah. But more than that, the game's just all way too girly and Charlie's Angels, and there's dress spheres, and I don't even know what the fuck Hypelos are, and there's a ton of side quests, and there's pop music, and Yuna runs like a girl, and
Well, she is a girl.
you have to dress like a Moogle, and there's a shitload of fan service. If you look at it from a fan standpoint,
Of course, it's a Japanese game full of women. Of course there's going to be fan service. Take your silly ass to Mortal Kombat.
this just isn't a Final Fantasy game because they change too much. Again, I like change, I like innovation, but when you change too much, it becomes unrecognizable as a game in the series, and people get mad. When you go overboard trying to reinvent Final Fantasy, it stops being innovation and becomes, well, betrayal!
What? Betrayal!
Look at fucking Joe's face. I love that. Look at Joe's face. Let's play that back a little bit.
Betrayal!
What?
Betrayal!
He is so taken off guard. Holy shit, I love that.
Uh-huh.
That XCOM game didn't even come out, I think. Got a lot of spiders.
See, are we starting to understand each other just a little bit by now? Now, before you start thinking I'm going soft on this game, oh, it sucks. Believe me, it sucks the shit ring off my toilet, but despite what I said, it's not really about playing dress-up. It's really about finding... No! No! Not him! Damn it, not fucking Titus! Fuck that shit pistol! I hate Titus! Anyone with a working gag reflex hated that whiny fudge plumber, and now
Anyone with a working... Holy shit, Spoony.
the whole game is spent trying to get him back? No! What kind of fucking incentive is that, bringing back Titus? That's like entering a costume contest where the winner gets a fucking tetanus shot. I am not very fucking motivated here, people. So, you know what they added in a desperate attempt to hold your interest?
Probably saying Rip Bozo during Final Fantasy X ending, yeah. Rip Bozo, rip and piss, you won't be
Fan
missed.
service. Lots of fucking fan service.
You really, really read X2.
What, you may ask, is fan service?
Oh, yeah, that's the spot. Oh, right there.
Giggity.
Yes, don't stop.
For now, let's just say a major part of this game is putting the girls in sexy, revealing outfits. Yuna goes from
Shoulda had fucking Lulu in there instead of Pain.
wearing very conservative clothes in the last game to a short skirt dress when she's singing, and her default costume includes boy shorts. But even that seems mild and modest compared to Riku,
The fuck of the story of that novel.
who's barely wearing anything at all except for a bikini top and a micro miniskirt with visible thong. But at least for
Hey, Mr. Vids. I joined the stream and see this.
modesty's sake, she's wearing a scarf? I call slut, but at least this fan service is really covering all the bases. I mean, there's variety, if nothing else. We've got the slutty Lolita jailbait, the demure but bi-curious sheltered girl. But you know, I really like the dark, brooding goth chicks. Girls who wear all leather, have a lot of self-doubt, don't say much and mope all the time. If only there was a female version of Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, but with big titties so I could harbor secret
Oh, they're not big. Sabotaging my power line, Mr. Toad.
fuck fantasies about him, but without it being gay.
It's a little late to be bringing that up.
Viva Rule 63! She's even got a pretentious emo name, Pain. I can almost hear the Evanescence playing whenever she's on camera. Okay, so the game starts off
Should have been Lulu.
with Yuna giving a pop concert. Riku and Pain immediately jump the stage with swords and attempt to kill everybody, and at least this I can get behind because this music is a diabolical atrocity that must be stopped at once by any means necessary.
Want in on this number? Then show me your moves.
Show me your
I love how
moves.
Yuna just completely disregards the two Amazons gruesomely slaughtering her backup dancers with medieval weaponry. She just turns her back on
Death to those legs. Birthing soulless
shakes her
gingers.
ass. I mean, okay, I know it's not really Yuna, but Jesus, people are getting cut in half up here.
Atari is considering making a Jaguar Mini. I'd buy that. Fuck. I used to have a Jaguar when I was a kid. All it needs is Alien vs. Predator, Rayman, Bubsy, and a few other games, and I'll buy it. Shit.
Not even Gwar goes as far as outright murder. Usually.
Gwar.
Once you've murdered her backup dancers, fake Yuna runs outside while her stereotyped goons run interference, and finally we meet the real Yuna, who's ditched her summoner staff for a pair of handguns.
It's a laser boy, a mini toilet.
Making her the first sensible protagonist in the history of this frigging series since Laguna carried a rifle. It's worth noting, though, that she hits absolutely nothing with this little stunt before they all strike a triumphant Power Rangers pose.
Jaguar, Jaguar, Jaguar! You know what? If they actually do that and put Jaguar CD games on there and people find a way to, like, put other CD games on there, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god, this is so cheesy. Quite a long way from the traditional kimono she wore before, and her previous...
Makes Empty Hero uncomfortable. Most curious. Hey, Gaseous. Yeah, Empty Hero will not stream this game. He doesn't want to.
Characterization as a kind, demure...
He's also been sitting on 10 hours of Final Fantasy X footage. Bigger SATA drive.
His caregiver with a tragic fate. But is this huge change in outfit and characterization because of the radical cultural shift in Spira because of the exposure of Yevon as a maniacal, genocidal cult run by the undead bent on world domination? Or just because Japanese perverts wanted to see some cleavage and her cute ass in boy shorts? Good question. The answer is yes.
Sudeki for hours. I remember that game. That was an Xbox game.
Speaking of
memories of a certain friend and his Jewish grandmother. And the Jewish grandmother reminds me of What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Let's check this shit out. The fake Yuna is revealed to be someone named LeBlanc.
Was he bad at this game? I don't know.
Some kind of holographic disguise.
You give us back Yudi's garment grid right now!
Very well, it's yours.
Her true form is that of... You know, I don't even know how to describe it. An exotic fan dancer with a plunging neckline that plunges so far you can see her thong. A lot of double-sided tape went into this outfit.
Grandma, wake up. The anime pop singer is making me horny. The guy was playing the game in front of a bunch of his classmates and a girl he liked. And Empty tries to get him to stop, but he doesn't. Empty likes tits. Spear Hunter's tits.
So here's what drives the story and the combat in Final Fantasy X-2.
Half-Life, and then ask me that question again.
The dress spheres. It's some kind of ancient holographic technology.
But actually having a proper backstory, yeah. Ultimecia just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Change clothes in a very elaborate flowery transformation sequence. Each outfit you get grants a different set of powers which work.
Reminds me of Sailor Moon.
Final Fantasy games. Yuna now has the Songstress dress sphere, which lets you do exotic dances that cause status effects on monsters like blindness.
This is a little embarrassing.
Yes. She dances so poorly it causes people to go blind. Who could possibly do a dance so horrifying it blinds people?
Oh, there's Benzai.
God, no! Why do I ask these questions? Why, French Conan? Keep your thong on my eyes! God! Oh, back to the...
They were inspired by Charlie's Angels and Magical Girl shows.
Hey,
I can see that.
This dress sphere thing, I just don't get...
Keep in mind, when this game came out, the Charlie's Angels movies, the ones with Lucy Liu, were actually really big. So that makes sense that it'd still be in the public lexicon.
Any of this. It doesn't make any sense. And why is this even a...
I have that Charlie's Angels GameCube game. Holy fuck. It's so bad. Jim Sterling could Spoony. 10-2 on a PS3 will trigger an accidental nude mod glitch. LOL.
Fight. LeBlanc's fighting 1-on-3 against people armed with swords and firearms. And a microphone. I don't know. She's wielding a fucking fan! And what...
Hey, Kitana wields a fan and she makes good use of
Why
it.
did she give the garment grid back to Yuna if she was just planning on killing her anyway? And why did LeBlanc steal the garment grid in the first place? To do a concert? To look like Yuna? Why does the garment grid change LeBlanc's physical appearance to look exactly like Yuna? And how did LeBlanc know it does that when every other time it's used for anyone else, it just changes your clothes? And it somehow creates firearms, robot suit.
That's fucking cool. Just griping again.
40-pound Buster Swords out of thin air. I mean, it can do that?
It's a Final Fantasy game.
How?
I don't know why he keeps complaining about the Buster Swords. They just stole that from Berserk. Is this won but not forgotten? Yes, it is.
This garment grid thing bugs the shit out of me because it's one of those things I'm just supposed to accept blindly without any explanation, and I need one. What are the garment grids, like a science or magic or what? Why does changing clothes grant me completely different skill sets and or magic powers? Why do I forget how to use a sword or forget how to use black magic just because I happen
Totally phoning it in.
to have changed clothes?
Yeah.
What, does the dress sphere completely rewrite your brain chemistry like in The Matrix? Well, it certainly seems to when Yuna starts dancing uncontrollably. Wouldn't that scare the shit out of you?
That can happen when you use the garment grid.
Oh, by the way, that Shinra ends up going to another planet called Midgar and creating the Shinra Company. Final Fantasy X takes place in the same universe as Final Fantasy VII, but in the past. This was the start of his decline. Yuna has autism.
The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere pass to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
I can't really say.
It's kind of like the TV show iZombie. When Liv eats a brain, she gets the personality and skills of the brain she eats. So if she eats the brain of someone that's really good at fencing, she suddenly is good at fencing. But then she also has their personality, which means that if the guy's like a schizophrenic, then she has schizophrenia. There's an episode where she ends up seeing hallucinations because she ate the brains of someone with the mental disorder.
But it's your invention.
Alright, wait, I don't get this. So the kid invented the garment grid and spheres contain emotions?
Has always had autism. It's why she's my autistic submissive waifu.
Okay, how? Why? What are spheres anyway? I mean, what's their function? What are they made of? And how were they recorded? And
It's magic, bitch. They don't have to explain it. God damn.
with what? And how do they contain emotions? How is that even possible? And the kid's name is
Unlike Jade, she gets to come out of her cage.
Shinra? As in Shinra from Final Fantasy VII?
Speaking of which, Medicare is not looking too good. Just keep Jim Medicare in your prayers because it's getting worse for him.
But that's impossible. I mean, aren't they completely different stories? Right? Okay, but
Yes,
if they
get
are
well
in the
soon,
same
Jim.
continuity, does that make Final Fantasy X-2 a prequel to...
Yes, it does. Although he had a stint, yeah. This was only ever shown off in a source book. Not very fun. No, it's not. There's a source book for Final Fantasy X and X-2, which was only released in Japan. Everyone in heaven and just says, join us, Medicare. That's going to happen. That explains that Final Fantasy X-2 happened 100 or so years before 7. Shinra goes down to Midgar, or the planet Midgar, after the events of this game, and forms the Shinra Company, using the live stream as a thing and Ultima Guide. Source book, Ultima Guide. Armpits like Daddy Jim wanted, it would have cured his cancer AIDS.
Why? And what does that accomplish? And okay, if Shinra invented the garment grid, how come I find other garment grids in treasure chests hidden in ancient temples?
Lost love on the colon cancer in June. My home Jip says his goodbye. Yeah, that's really. I'm really sorry for your loss there, Laser Boy.
Built long before Shinra was born. Oh God! Somebody help me! I don't know what's going on, and my brain is melting.
When will you die, Medicare? When will you fucking die? Just heard Buzz's hate letter to the gun. What the hell is wrong with Buzz? He is stupid and thinks he's more important than he really is. Fuzz is really dumb. I'm gonna compile a bunch of videos of Fuzz and do a stream where I point and laugh at him. I was gonna do that tonight, but I just had trouble getting the footage. I'm gonna try to do that over the course of the week, and we'll do a stream.
And I haven't been even playing for an hour yet. Oh, for fuck!
I remember in Kingdom Hearts 2, still sad about losing my mother. I'm over it, but man, the pain hurts. I'm surprised the ginger fuzzy lumpkin got exposed as a pedo fork. Thought it was a good idea to email Ralph was beyond. Yeah, content scraping after the Truna Costa Kiwi. Yep. You notice, Fuzz does a podcast, But you notice Fuzz doesn't stream like he used to. Fuzz used to stream like once a month for an hour, and he'd just read Kiwi Farms articles and go, "That's fair. What's your point? What's your point, Spurglord?"
For fuck's sake, the
That's fair.
Albed language shit again? They expect you to go tracking down the translation markers again? Go digging in the
I'm really sorry to hear that, Richard. Jeez.
Beacon Desert. Expose yourself to the language as much as possible.
The gun has AIDS. Yeah, that's why he's getting so... Like, if you notice, Ralph has lost a lot of weight. Like, he's lost a ton of weight.
Expose yourself to my cock. I already did this shit the last fucking game, and I didn't care that time either.
Syphilis. Ooh, that's not good. Nice part to freeze it on. But yeah, that syphilis, that shit'll make you insane.
The core characters. She's an Albed. She knows the fucking language. She grew up speaking the fucking language. Go digging in the Beacon Desert. Go digging in my shit for corn. Why can't I just ask Riku to teach me the fucking language? It's her native fucking language. And besides, do you really think...
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Mr. Vids. That's rough. That is really rough.
This guy is spilling some mind-blowing secrets to fucking enlightenment in this scene to warrant a second fucking playthrough? Fuck you. Fuck your busy work.
Miss Yuna, what can I do for...
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about the blue Jar Jar fuckers. Fuck these guys, too.
Our barkeep's a high color. No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep.
That is a problem. Let me see if I can solve that one. Ask him his fucking name! God damn it!
Why didn't you ask me for my name? We just never thought of it.
So, the premise is that Yuna and the others are...
Is a Happa abomination, so they need to focus on her Albed's ancestry. The red blob lost
sphere
weight.
hunters.
Yeah, Ethan Ralph's been losing some weight.
And by sphere hunters, I basically mean thieves in the same way that Indiana Jones is an archaeologist. Only...
You know, those treasures are... Bad news all around, yeah. You know, those treasures are better in the hands of Indiana Jones than their native people. Because if they were in their native lands, they'd just be broken and destroyed.
The stuff the Gullwings are after is, by and large, valueless crap.
Treasure sphere waves, they're coming from those ruins they found at Gagazet.
Okay, so spheres emit waves of what?
Energy, man. You know, why do you have to nitpick every little thing? It would be really annoying to watch a movie with this guy. To fight in Soul Calibur only for Medicare to lose to the gun.
Hey, the rocks are floating! Don't tell me we gotta climb up that thing!
No worries, I'll take you to the top.
Alright.
Okay, so by take you to the top, he means push you out of the fucking airship to fall 60 feet onto the narrowest, most dangerous precipice imaginable. It's a miracle they all just didn't die right there. Yuna faints from vertigo immediately, and the girls catch her as she falls.
Hey, Collected G, how's it going?
Disasterific!
I can see her butt.
Disasterific is not a word.
Okay, no, I'm not counting ass shots anymore. Before it was just a funny quirk of the game's direction. Here, it's intentional fan service. They pull Yuna back onto the ledge and run into LeBlanc and her cronies again. And get used to me saying that.
LeBlanc, remember that name well, loves.
It turns out the LeBlanc Syndicate's a rival group.
Pretty good. I only saw a little of Spoony's Final Fantasy X-2 review. Well, you're going to see the whole thing with me.
Of sphere hunters, but really they just come off as a less threatening version of Team Rocket because all they do is show up every 30 minutes to get their asses kicked.
Actually, Team Rocket and this group were based on a group of characters from an anime called Yatterman. They're called the Duranjo Gang. Only old women call people lovers. Nice. The Duranjo Gang were the main villains of Yatterman. It was a hot woman, a fat short dude, and a skinny tall guy that looks like Waluigi. If you played Tatsunoko vs. Capcom or watched Yatterman, you'd know who they are. And waitresses at Denny's.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
Once you beat them down
So really, those characters and the Pokemon characters are just stolen from Yatterman.
again, they run off, and then
I was about to buy a lottery today, and I told the clerk to give me 2 Final Fantasy V on an accident.
it's a race to the top of the mountain to get the sphere. Wait, hang on. I thought the guy flying the airship promised he was taking us to the top.
No worries, I'll take you to the top.
I mean, that's not something one should easily screw up. The top should be relatively easy to find. It's an unambiguous measure of altitude. Go as high as possible. That's the top.
Little Tatsunoko versus Capcom, and it felt really floaty. I was lucky enough to buy a copy for like $20 off eBay, and I still play it sometimes. It's a lot of fun. It sucks. We were supposed to get Speed Racer in the game, and we were also supposed to get the Samurai Pizza Cats, because apparently they're more popular in America than they were in Japan.
And how did LeBlanc get to the summit of Mount Gagazet at virtually the same...
Cared about their ancestral culture until Napoleon nabbed the Rosetta Stone from some shithead merchant store. Wow. You can only say the word fantasy without saying final. Music from this game and Empty's videos. Nice. This game's got good music.
...time as the Gull Wings when she doesn't have an airship. I mean, it's clear on the other side of the continent, and the Gull Wings have the only airship in existence. Well, when you get to the top, you find all three of them hanging from a ledge helplessly. How did they get there?
Would you stop staring?
And instead of saving them, you just walk on like you don't see nothing. I mean,
bye,
wow.
bitch.
You can't even attempt to save them from falling to their deaths if you wanted to. You aren't given an option. Look at this. I'm just gonna loot their fucking treasure chest right in front of them and walk.
You got a muscle belt.
Laughing like a boss. That is cold as ice. When you reach the top of the mountain, you find the sphere, but predictably it's guarded by a boss monster. A giant enemy crab. Sadly, it has no weak point you can attack for massive damage.
I did like their cameo. Yeah, I was talking about that. Game could have worked better if it was just a new entry instead of a direct sequel. Well, oh, cool. I'll check that out. I know since Empty is such a huge fan of this game, I don't have a choice. Here's this giant enemy crab.
But it's pretty easy anyway, and you finally get a hold of this wave-radiating sphere and take a look at its contents.
Wouldn't have been Titus versus the Blitzball memes. Today's my Friday. Nice, lucky you.
Totally worth the trouble. I am so glad.
Sunday through Wednesday. Wow.
We risked our lives on that
giant
fucking
enemy
mountain tracking
crabs.
that thing down.
It's not very exciting.
Junk.
That E3 presentation was such a meme.
You scored the Black Mage dress sphere. Black Mage? Was there a Black Mage in that sphere? Was there a Black Mage recording the sphere? What the hell is going on?
Football is finally back.
No sooner
You
do
ready
finish
for some
watching
football?
That sphere that sensors detect.
That fat white guy with glasses? No. Empty Hero is the Italian that likes, I don't know.
Two more of them. I guess they
He's the Italian that talks like a black man.
weren't emitting enough
It's only
sphere
preseason.
waves before, but now they are. Fucking sphere waves.
There's at least one on Besaid Island. And another in the Xanarkand ruins.
Really? You didn't think to check Xanarkand for spheres about Titus? You know, the guy who comes from Xanarkand? The guy who
Time to party like it's
never
1999.
shut the fuck up about being from fucking Xanarkand that entire fucking game? And that wasn't the first fucking place you looked? One of the greatest mock...
Empty is black from the waist down. Titus. Thought he was a fat guy who cameos in Hardcore Kid video. No.
using civilizations in the world's history with millions of fucking people in it, and it's just now occurred to you to look in fucking Xanarkand? Fuck, this is stupid. Oh god, I hate this fucking game. Deep Wang!
Deep Wang?
So you go to fucking Besaid Island to get the sphere out of there and check up on Waka and Lulu's new baby because all those treasure sphere waves being emitted from there can't be good for a child. I'm sorry, I can't get over the sphere waves.
Ass count.
Waka, a daddy!
And yeah, store that thought.
Who said Justin Wang? Anthony Legato made a cameo in a few Hardcore Kids videos. Oh, Anthony Legato, A-Log. The man that was the reason for the term A-Log. There is footage of him doing a stand-up routine where he talks about Christian, and no one can find it, and I want to find it and, like, stream it, because it's fucking awful. Sphere Hunter says a woman halfway
Away
up.
for a future nightmare. Waka ejaculating and creating a new life form.
I mean, how do I know how a father's supposed to act in front of his kid?
Here's a free one. Stop styling your hair like a quail's head. This scene establishes why
Well, there she is.
Pain is here to replace Lulu, who's now pregnant with Waka's freak seed. Great
Really, they should have just made Lulu in the... Could you imagine Lulu in dress spheres? Holy fuck.
maternity wear, Lulu. She's still wearing the same ridiculous clothes now. And actually, now that I think
That kid's gonna be fed forever.
about it, Since she's pregnant, does that mean her boobs are actually going to get bigger?
Nice.
Minor tangent, but just looking around, the world is reacting with surprising calm to learning their entire global religion was a genocidal lie.
This game, my Spear Huntress, was inspired by this game to play Dress Up. I'm not really going to talk about Spear Hunter. Think I found it. Nice. Send it to me in Discord. I'm not going to talk about Spear Hunter because that's Empty Hero's girlfriend, and I don't want to piss him off.
For 1,000 years.
Boyfriend.
I'd expect Waka at least to have some major mental problems. That guy was a serious Yevon freak. Oh, God.
Sucking on a nice pair of titties will do that to you.
Yep.
Anthony Legato. Yeah, he was a fat dork that thought picking on Chris Chan would make himself look better, but it only ever made him a joke. Chris Chan. Never mention Chris Chan and Normals. They will stay quiet and not know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, God. Just sent it to you. All right, thanks, man.
You lied to me, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got over that after sucking on Lulu's tits. He should be fine.
In you! I've got this key with the emblem of Besaid on it. How did 900,000 gil? Eat my tits! This ain't exactly a mid-condition copy of Action Comics #1, you know. The fuck do
Pegging board. Empty respects that.
I care about a key? I'll be back. Heading out to find the sphere, you get to see all the new monsters this game has to offer. Like, no new monsters at all, just the exact same dogs and evil scoops of ice cream we fought the entirety of the last.
Anyone stay quiet, mention Chris Chan, the normies. Chris Chan's story is too fucking weird and perverted and terminally online to talk about normal people with. Most normal people probably know who Chris Chan is, at least at passing. Fucking Tucker Carlson talked about him. But that story is just way too weird and sad and like psychosexual to talk about. It's fucking bizarre. At the end of the day, the Chris Chan story was some horned up, retarded incel trying to find a girlfriend and being harassed by the internet for it until he raped his mother. That's the whole story. You keep in mind, Chris Chan was someone who was too stupid and bullheaded to actually learn anything in 15 years. Sorry. And kept falling for the same trolling schemes over and over and over again.
You know, I have...
How many Chris Chan story arcs... Psychosexual... How many Chris Chan story arcs are just... Person pretends to be girlfriend, gets him to send them a picture of their dick. Or gets him to drink cum and Fanta. Or just other weird shit. And if it wasn't... Yeah, he definitely is some shit. It's crazy. Make live shits uncomfortable, and I went in their rainbow community enabled as... Yeah. There was a big debate about transgenders in women's bathrooms. And everyone kept using this fucking tranny person that looked like a woman. Like, in his favor, he actually passed somewhat. Unless you looked at his shoulders and his Adam's apple. And they were like, how would you feel if this person was in a woman's bathroom? So I took a picture of Chris Chan with long hair and a creepy selfie. And I'm like, how would you feel if this person walked behind you to a woman's bathroom? And they blocked me on Facebook.
I doubt they came up with more than 5 or 6 original monsters since the previous game, aside from palette swapping other monsters. Eventually you find a bunker locked with a passcode, where I think this game could have perhaps saved itself by crossing over with the Fallout universe. Alas,
Common Joey win.
You find the sphere inside, which is naturally guarded by a boss.
That's
Find
a big...
the sphere and the fiends appear.
Actually, yeah, what is it with these spheres attracting fucking archdemons to protect them? What do monsters care about spheres, except for the fact that they're shiny? The way these things attract big, badass monsters, you'd think people would want them as far away from themselves as possible, or even destroyed outright. I don't know. Well, let's see the sphere, I guess. I mean, the first one was a dud, but they gotta get better from here, right?
Maybe late onset schizophrenia, maybe. Took a shit at a gym at a treadmill. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chris Chan had like some form of schizophrenia or something. I don't know if it was like him being groomed and diddled by his mother, just a constant trolling, or something, being abused by his fucking babysitter. He also said he was apparently abused at his school, but I don't think that happened. Or at least that not how he said. He thinks he's a god. Yeah, he's fucking nuts. And I'm not gonna, like, call him she because he's fucking mentally ill. Hey, Leo Pyro, what's up, man? Autism. That too. What I'm about to say is gonna sound really mean, but the rise of incels, the rise of, like, mass shooters, and the rise of troons kind of correlates with the rise of people with autism. Correction, CPU goddess. He lied about his gender to try and get laid. Nah, I'm not going to say that because Chris Chan was always weirdly effeminate. There are old pictures of him sitting like a woman, talking and walking like a woman. There are pictures of him wearing his mother's underwear, which is fucking bizarre. He was a brony before bronies were things. Chris Chan was always kind of weird and effeminate.
I'm sorry. How exactly are we making money doing this again? I mean, what the fuck was that? That was 10 seconds of a staticky waterfall. Great job, guys. Let's throw this shit on eBay. Our retirement's secure. Oh, but what am I thinking?
Chris Chan owned pretty much a complete GameCube collection. Yes, he did. I wonder if it's still in his mom's house. I'd fucking break down and steal that shit. He had Pokemon Box, a rare GameCube game, and the Coliseum games. Shamed him for dressing like a woman, and his father died from colon cancer. Yeah. It was like a combination of cancer, a heart attack, and bug bites. It was fucking wild.
We couldn't possibly sell this.
To Neptunia, and he's been referring to himself as one of the CPU goddesses. I remember Chris Chan drew, he owned DLC for games he didn't own. Yeah. I remember Chris Chan drew fan art of one of the Neptunia people, and a bunch of people on Twitter were fucking chastising him about it. Going, how is she supposed to fight in a bikini? Why is she so sexualized? God, fucking Twitter retards, man.
Yes, it belongs in a fucking museum.
Prison escape letter. Also has, like, a rare $1,000 Transformers toy. Yes, he does. I think it's the one where Optimus Prime can turn into a gun and shoot, like, toy bullets, which is what he was using to shoot at the guy that won that Parappa the Rappa contest. There was also, he owns Pokemon Box for the GameCube, which is extremely rare, even though it's barely a game. He owns the Coliseum games, which are also very fucking rare. I'm pretty sure he has Eternal Darkness and Metal Gear Twin Snakes, which are also super fucking rare. Worth thousands of dollars that were destroyed. Give me that Pokemon Box, don't look up the price, and don't call anyone. Hyper Dimension Neptunia game was pretty bad. He had Gotcha Force? That's a good one. Yeah, I think I have one of the... Oh, I do! I have the Senran Kagura Neptunia game, but I didn't really play much of that game. I have it for the Switch, and I probably should, like, sit down and play it a little more.
I know everything.
What the
Hey,
hell?
smartass! How do we get Titus back?
I'm just a kid.
Kid is seriously starting to piss me off. You go to Xanarkand
Time Machine and stop him from winning that damn contest.
next, which has become a tourist attraction in the 2 years
He had yes, he had Gotcha Force.
since you've been there. A tourist attraction with deadly ninjas and snakes made of miniguns.
It was really mid. I had the first one on PS3. When a GameStop had it for like $20 back in 2007 or 8. I wish I got that game. It looks fun.
And it seems you're not the only group of sphere hunters with designs of plundering.
Nintendo actually re-released, what was that, Custom Robo? This is the worst one. People didn't like Neptunia because of the games. I still really enjoy hearing Josh Moon squirm that Chris Chan used all his e-begging donations on Legos and sex toys. Sold GameCube games with that stock shitty art. I do. My copy of Kirby's Air Ride has that weird GameStop art.
The ancient ruins.
We're sphere hunters.
Sphere Hunters? Oh no, empty!
The Kindergartians!
Oh my god! I could have gone to med school and instead I played this fucking game. I can't.
Became a $200 game now. Oh, that sucks. I have the original Chibi Robos for the N64. I don't know Japanese. He had a bunch of rare Pokemon toys. Yes, he did. sale at a mall for $200 a couple years ago. I got that game for free from a friend of mine. That and I got Power Stone. I think I borrowed it from him and just he never got it back. So, if you want him back, good tough shit. Because I still play Kirby's Air Ride. It's a lot of fun. I'll spend hours playing City Trial Mode. That game's good. Expensive or cheap. Pill shake, an awkward prediction of Spoony's future. He gave it a Jewish big head as becoming smug and arrogant. Well, more so. I think Switch games might be expensive in the future. I think not too soon in the future. Drill Dozer. My Walmart had a copy of Drill Dozer for fucking years. And I never bought it. I was going to, though. Insert item bounce theme. Yeah, I think Switch games will be relatively cheap for the most part, except for, like, limited run games, you know, Mario 3D All-Stars. But I think for the most part, Switch games will be relatively cheap until after the Switch 2 is done. Once I think the Switch 2 will have backwards compatibility, because it'd be stupid for Nintendo not to do that. The Switch 2 will have backwards compatibility with Switch 1 games, but after the Switch 2 and the new console, oh, you better believe Switch games are going to go up in price. Yeah, Leo Pirates here. What's up, man? Recognize Dreamland as a legitimate state, selling their Nintendo
so
cardboard
stupid.
Labos that aren't Pokemon are fucking rare. Pokemon games in and of themselves are super expensive. Needs to be... Yes, it does. All of the 3DS, DS, and Game Boy Advance games are like $200 now. You're better off emulating.
How does this
Which sucks, because Soul Silver is like one of the best games in the series.
series even have fans? I can't.
I don't know. Still got your copy of Pokemon Red? Oh, lucky you. Warp Star lands on a Palestinian hospital just right. I got, the only Emerald is like 700. Fuck me. I have Pokemon Ultra Moon. Do I have another Pokemon game in there? No. I have Let's Go Eevee. I have, emulate it. With the, ooh, nice. More expensive than Resident Evil Gaiden. Damn. I put Gold, Silver, Crystal, Pinball, the trading card game, and the puzzle game. I put that on my Famicom Mini, and my little Game Boy has like all of them, up to like the Game Boy Advanced games. Cause yeah, fuck that.
You're watching this.
I used to play Fire Red a lot. That was really good. That was like just emulate everything. I used to play Fire Red a lot. That was like the last one I really got into until X came out.
Right?
I tried to play Platinum, but I just couldn't get into it.
Are you? Am I wrong? The Kinderguardians tell you they have part of some password, which is
Yes, it has. PS2 emulation is nice.
and it's not long before.
Yeah. I wish I bought Fire Red used back in the day. It's great. I missed my Hack DS. Had so many games on it. Don't even know where it is, sadly. I have a fucking one of those emulation cards for the DS. And yes, I do have all the Pokemon games on it, even though I don't play them. Resident Evil Deadly Silence and a few other games. Linux is the future of gaming. Really worth collecting for is the Saturn.
Before you find a ninja on a radio who tells you the other part.
Oh, hey, I wanted to double check that clue.
I like how he's supposed to be a ninja, but he has that, like, kabuki background guy face on.
It's Mon, right? Nah, it's just that I heard some kids saying it was Key.
It's Monkey.
Monkey. You got extra cash money? Yeah, I'm saving up money. Get a Steam Deck so you can enjoy the... oh, nice. I lost my copy of Pokemon Black. I had all the event... Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, I figured it was Mon. Over and out.
Put it together, fuck pump, it's Monkey.
Fuck pump.
Clues are Key and Mon.
It's Monkey! How do you not get this?
A monkey.
Keymon?
It's Monkey! Monkey! You vapid whores!
Monkey!
Ah!
Oh my god!
Monkey!
A monkey.
Monkey!
What unholy terror!
Dennis Hopper, you know what? I'm going to say it. This may be Monkey D. Luffy. This may be childhood nostalgia. I actually like the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie. I used to watch it all the time with my brother. Hey, Masked Man! I want a Steam Deck, but I don't only use it plugged in. Imagine playing that thing in public. I have a Steam Deck, and it's great. Slap that. I need to get a Steam Deck, but I want to save up some money first. I've been trying to save up money for a computer, but I do want a Steam Deck. And I heard you can plug them into the TV so I can play all my computer games on the TV.
What is this? It's like she's possessed by a demon.
Yeah, me and my brother used to watch that Mario Brothers movie all the time. $20 on 50 with anti-glare screen. Come on, Joker, a huge step up to meet. Ooh.
Or she's become some kind of wooden puppet. The eyes, they're flat and lifeless like a doll's eyes. And what is with the lip flaps?
Monkey!
It's like the word monkey's got 6 syllables all of a sudden.
Monkey!
That's probably because they didn't change the lip flaps from Japanese to English. So she's saying something in Japanese. Exploded the past few years. A local sung Suikoden 2 for $500. If I had gone to a university to do like future road trips, I'd love to get a Steam Deck. She looks like she has Down syndrome. I was gonna buy a copy of Street Fighter the movie, the game for the PlayStation, because it's actually not a bad game, and I figured it'd be like $5-10. That fucking game was like $100 for a physical copy of like the game, the manual and stuff, and it was like $60 for just the disc. I said, fuck that. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Did any of you guys see that rapper lady that's like, she's just like rapper girl with red hair, like Ronald McDonald hair, and she clearly has fucking like Down syndrome or fetal alcohol syndrome, and everyone's like, oh, she's so beautiful. I'm like, not really. She kind of looks dorky and kind of like Downsy.
Oh, and speaking of monkeys, we should get something out of the way right now. It has to do...
Celestial weapons, nice. Final Fantasy X is a masterpiece.
Subquests.
Armored Core 3 on that disc is going for $90.
This game is full of subquests. In fact,
Booted X2 and I instantly quit.
subquests probably compose the majority of the game's content. There's optional dungeons, lots of those, huge ones to unlock, limit breaks, additional...
Talking down about her, Joey. Armored Core shit became overpriced because of 6. Ah, yeah.
Really bizarre.
Fuck lightning dodging. Yeah, Final Fantasy X, I never did that one. X2's battle theme is kind of fire. It's not bad. X2 is honestly a decent game. The job class system is legitimately compelling. Sort of grows on you. Fuck my bastard uncle. May you rot in hell for throwing my video. Oh, wow. Fuck him. I remember my uncle and aunt gave me a fucking... My aunt and her husband or boyfriend or whatever gave me a fucking Dreamcast for free on Christmas. And that bitch included Sonic Adventure, Sega Bass Fishing with the fishing controller, not Soul Reaver, Nightmare Creatures 2, a demo disc. He threatened to... Oh, fuck him. A demo disc. And then I was able to buy a few new Dreamcast games, mainly Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Shuffle, Phantasy Star, The Ring, and Resident Evil Code Veronica. But damn, the job system was monster based on Uncle. Yeah, he wanted to pay me. He wanted to like give me, charge me for it, but she just kind of said give it to him because he never played it.
Trainer and the mascot, all of which you'll probably never use. And there's Blitzball. Oh god, is there a fuckload of Blitzball, because I couldn't get enough of that in the first fucking game.
Tossing my used Dreamcast, it was a hand-me-down. The thing didn't work. Yeah, the Dreamcast has an issue with the disc motor. I remember getting a Dreamcast about 10 years ago. It had a broken controller part. Ooh. Is there a new access to Kiwi Farms? I don't know, actually. I really don't know. Yuna is a queen of spades. Ouch.
There's Sphere Break, which will probably take about 20
I don't understand
hours
that.
And cause you to eat your controller in rage. There's monster hunting. There's chasing butterflies. There's...
Actually, the monster hunting wasn't in the original PlayStation 2 version. That was only in the international version, which was released in Japan exclusively. It was a portable Dreamcast that came from China and was region modded. I'm like, ooh, that sounds awesome. I might look that up. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff added in this game in the Japanese re-release that we didn't get until about 2011 when the PS3 version came out. Had a black spade tattoo on her chest. Is that a thing? I don't know. Dreamcast, because it stands for Travel Dreamcast. Ooh. Just like her personality she stole from Titus. I wish I was smart back then, didn't like...
Puzzles, there's chocobo ranching. And as for monkeys, there's also a subquest where you have to pair up dozens of monkeys in the Xanarkand ruins so they can all have babies. Look, I can
Ooh. Unfortunately, yes, it's a thing.
With an insane amount of bullshit from Square. I played the bouncer, for fuck's sake.
Oh, that game sucked! Oh, did any of you guys ever play the bouncer? Oh, fuck that. That game was awful.
But I refuse to put up with a fantasy RPG.
We're so dumb to toss it like it was only... Yeah, the Dreamcast was amazing.
To play for a fucking hour, running back and forth, trying to get monkeys to fuck. So yeah, I don't give a crap.
3 Treecrafts for sale in the past few years.
Game, and I didn't waste my time doing hardly any of them. It's not like you need them. They're really just there for the most obsessive of
your little shit in your belt fetish.
Want to attempt to get the special ending you get for 100% completion of the game, which is basically
stiff and
impossible
slippery.
To do, even if you know what you're doing, have a strategy guide in your lap as you play it.
What a bunch of bullfuck.
It'll probably take you 2 complete playthroughs to do it. Do you even know?
Shmup, like, Ironhander was pretty good, actually. Yeah, Ironhander was pretty good. I'd love to play that again.
How easily you can get fucked over if you're going for 100% completion? If you do every single thing there is to do in this game, but miss one piece of dialogue, 99%, no special ending. One line of dialogue the game deems important in 50, 60 hours of gameplay. And that includes random people in town who just
this Yuna is a
you have
thought.
No reason to talk to. If you miss one, 99%. If you leave the screen before their text bubbles disappear on their own, 99%. You'll never know what you missed either or where. So
Boogaloo or bust.
I got
made me want one. Jet Grind got me to regret losing the drink. Jet Grind Radio is really good, and Crazy Taxi is fun.
Trust me, it's not worth it. Oh, but I'll show it to you anyway. Stay tuned for part 2. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to use my penis on something.
Alright. Got some Hannah Minx videos. I wanted to do a video, and I might do it because Feminist Frequency is shutting down. I was going to do a video where a bunch of skeptic YouTubers talk about Anita Sarkeesian. I also have a shoe on head stream I'm going to do in the future because I love making fun of that fucking balding coal burner. There she is. Yes, I do too. Jet Set Radio Future is so good. At a Sharper Image store decades before 9/11. Kind of a pervert. Jesus, Will. Skip the opening. Egg and shoe.
You know, I already feel so much better from last time now that I'm not doing any of the stupid side quests from this game. No Blitzball, no Sphere Break. The best part of this game is the feeling I get whenever I skip those points.
Was the first IA video I ever saw. Wow. I think my first one was the Mighty Number 9 video. Or maybe no, it was the Gamergate one. But I was a part of the whole like men's rights, anti-feminism movement way back in 2013, 2014. Eyes on unattractive, abusive land whales. Spoony was just a bipolar one. That can really fuck you up.
The shitty mini games. In fact, without all that stuff, the game's only about 25 hours long, and most of that is leveling up your dress spheres. And oh man, is that drawing magic all over again.
That guy with the glasses, that's a good one.
See, character levels are one thing, dress spheres are another. Dresses level up separately from your character, and you gain points every time you use a job ability.
So hard at that rape rap. That was good.
So you can get more job abilities.
Rape!
The problem is, you need a lot of points. There are a lot of dress spheres, and
we talked about Matt Jarbo getting his video flag was the first one I saw. Yeah, the first one I saw was his Gamergate stuff. And I don't know how I saw it. For he was called Internet Aristocrat.
Getting points takes a lot.
On the first fucking date!
You'll spend days just running around in circles around a...
Well, Anita kind of won in the end. She got money. She got away with everything. Video games, especially in the Western developed sphere, are fucking different. You guys are gym noobs. Hey, Beeb.
Save point, fighting the same monsters over and over and over again.
Yeah, I was part of, like, I heard Jim from Nate Talks to. Man, that guy changed. Holy shit. But yeah, I remember I was in, like, the men's rights, anti-feminist crowd back in the day. And I was watching a lot of that content. Sex with Anita. Groomed by Daddy Jim. Following the whole yeah, since 2014. On her nose, it's poetic on many levels. And now is the IRS going to go after her? I wish it was the wrestler IRS and he just fucking slams her into a wall. You just she is kind of cute. She looks like Blossom. I will say she has nice lips.
Which I guess is pretty standard if you played old school RPGs, but geez, here it's just tedious and it really breaks up the game's momentum.
Yeah, I was following a lot of those channels, so I already kind of slipped into the whole Gamergate thing like a glove.
Especially when you find the trick to maxing out your
Turkish on her. Lil Tay died. No, that's mean. Duck sucking lips. She probably not even dead. Click. Chick how looked like her and was doing. Yes, I remember her. Anita seems like the kind of woman who enjoys hate fucking. Who looked like. Yeah, she was like a porn star and a prostitute who looked just like Anita. She was in that fucking Jordan Owen video I played. Remember I played, I don't know, it was the Sarkeesian Effect? Andrew Tate is the woman. Oh, God. Yeah, remember I played the Sarkeesian Effect, and we were talking, she was in that.
Dress fears with basically no effort. I think everyone figured this out at some point playing the game.
I want to watch Davis Arini's version of that and stream it. It's called Immersed in Subversion. Literally the same interviews, but like everything else is different.
What you have to do is find an elemental monster and have your white mage cast Reflect on the party. Since elementals only have one attack, that
worth it. Honestly, Beeb, Final Fantasy X-2 is a lot of fun. Andrew and Anita crossover. Yeah, Final Fantasy X-2, Beeb, is actually pretty fun. It's a nice big open world. The story's more lighthearted. There's a lot of options for characters. The dress spheres are cool. They have,
casting an element spell. The spell will bounce off your party and hit the monster. So the monster can't touch you, and you can pretty much use any ability you want, as many times as you want, since the monster is healing itself with its own reflected spells. Nobody is hurting anybody, you're getting job points, and you can max out all your dress spheres in one combat given enough time and patience.
The girl dressed fairly slutty.
Oh, great. Once again, a game I can play without actually looking at it. You know, guys, if I can play the better part of your game while comfortably reading a book, and I did, you...
Oh, he's reading George R.R. Martin.
have failed as storytellers and programmers. Even so, the combat and job system are still easily the best parts of this game, despite my bitching. I'd even go so far as to say that despite it being very easily exploited in many different ways, there's a lot of depth and strategy.
Having a child would be the curse.
To be discovered. It's just too bad the diverse job system is buried beneath the flimsy excuse of the dress spheres. It's still better than the fucking sphere grid from 10. Way better. Oh my god, that sucked. Can you believe I didn't even mention that in my review of 10?
Yeah, he didn't. Holy fuck, Spoony.
It's one of the worst things about it.
End up being the Antichrist.
At least here you can just pick any ability.
Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. I have Apocalypse. Jack Thompson and Anita tag team when going ham on the story and avoided grinding needlessly to you'd have discovered New Game Plus exist. Dialogue are stupid. Yeah, I have Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. It came with fucking it came with a bunch of pins. Not Shin Megami Tensei 4. I haven't played the original.
You want to master? It's straightforward. It's all I'm asking for. As with the last game, it's the story that downright insults you with its near-constant facepalm-worthy nonsense and completely unrelatable protagonists. Take this one, in which you play a group...
Hey, Guapo Ramon! Being a George Martin fan, when's the last book being published? Didn't record the footage, you'll some other fat fuck on Channel Autism. The DLC is gone. Oh, fuck! Oh yeah, Nintendo shut down the 3DS shop. Glad I got some of the Pokemon games beforehand, but I already have them on my little Game Boy emulator, and that's the one I play at work. I honestly barely touch my 3DS now. He's too busy watching Barbie. Sega Bass Fishing, that's a good game. I love that game. Yeah, I mainly play my little... I barely touch my 3DS. If I want to play portable gaming, I'll play my little, like, mini emulator. My mini Game Boy.
Girls who dress like skanks and fly around the world murdering people for shiny balls that contain...
I was playing the Zoe 101, Booba. I was playing the Zoe 101 game for the Game Boy Advanced. Never concede anything. You guys are pissing me off. Beaten Persona 3 and Devil Survivor. I've played Persona 4, 5, Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse. Yes, it was. I have the physical cartridge. It came with fucking came with like pins. I played Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, Jack Brothers, which is actually really good.
Recordings with less worthwhile content than a video of Keyboard Cat. I'm not even joking. I mean,
The Eternal better than Persona 3. We're getting a remake of Persona, I think it's 2 or 3 in the future.
I know this is a video game, and I'm supposed to just think of these poor bodyguards I'm gun.
What will happen if the Greene County Health Department sees those videos? Do you realize, let me tell you, that if the Greene County Health Department sees those videos, they could condemn our house. We'd have to move out of it. Is the best, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Gaseous agrees with me. It's Persona 3. Do you burn the bread?
Down by the hundreds as mere obstacles that turn into coins when they die, but my God, these poor fuckers are dying.
I'm cutting that internet. Get away.
To protect this? This is not an end that justifies the means. Anyway.
Takes place in Antarctica. Very paranormal.
Back to Xanarkin. You fight a boss there that's recycled
Strange Journey is Kino. Oh yes, that was for the DS. Well, you upload it, now you unload it.
Mostly from the last game, only to find it's guarding a broken piece of a sphere instead of a whole one. So, once again...
I played this game on my little mini emulator, based on a TV show called Phil of the Future, which I think we were talking about before. It's honestly not bad. It's a pretty good run-and-gun game where you get to play as like 3 different characters. You get to play as Phil, who just uses a laser gun, a fucking caveman, and a girl, and I didn't unlock the girl yet. Pretty sure the girl is Ali Michkela, but yeah, it's not bad. I actually, if you have a Game Boy Advanced and you're looking for a run-and-gun, like, adventure game, you could do worse. You could do worse. Fuck Contra. Contra for the Game Boy Advance is legitimately worse. Because it's just the shittier... Is American Doctor Who? Yeah, you could... Contra for the Game Boy Advance is just a weird, shitty version of Contra for the SNES and Genesis. With worse graphics and less features. It's awful.
Is so richly rewarded, I could...
Josh Moon.
Piss myself.
All that for nothing.
So, back to the ship to go chasing down another sphere. Second verse, same as the first, and the third, and fourth, and fifth.
TV show I grew up watching on the Disney Channel. I never watched the show. I've heard of it, but I never really watched it. But I saw the game, and I was like, okay. Because my little portable emulator, Joshua Connor Troon, as a kid diddler. I still remember Ralph with that fucking hat. That was great. But yeah, I have the little... It's like basically like... It looks like one of those purple, clear Game Boy colors you can see through. That only lasted a single season. That girl was like fucking evil, man. Phil of the Future, oy vey. I saw that show. Yeah, and it has like every Game Boy Advanced game on it. And I mean, the caveman is their pet. The only Disney sitcoms I watched were Lizzie McGuire and So Weird. I really wasn't interested in, like, anything they played. I was mainly a Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon man. And then I was like, yeah, I just wasn't interested.
We're getting reports of an awesome sphere.
So Weird was really good. It was like Kolchak the Night Stalker if it starred like a teenage girl. Theme song was still catchy. Joey McJoger. Yeah, Lizzie was alright.
Looks like it's already drawn quite a crowd.
Oh, are you detecting waves of awesome coming?
I did watch Toon Disney. Toon Disney had some good shit, and, what's this? What, we got a video? Toon Disney had some good shit, and so did, Disney XD. They played, Digimon on there. And Disney Channel Kid. Ooh. What is this? The greatest scene in television history. Is this Cory in the house? I remember Pepper Ann. Toon Disney was the shit. Yeah, I remember that. What the fuck? Jetix? Jetix was awesome. Digimon, Power Rangers, that was good shit. And the Disney era of Power Rangers had some good shit. Digimon Savers was fucking great. Or, Data Squad, honestly. Boy, is that a skeleton? That's enough of that. What the fuck was that? Second season 2, Oban Star Racers. The Monkey Squad cartoon on Jetix? Yeah, Digimon Data Squad was probably one of the only good dubs of Digimon. Right before... I saw the skeleton.
Off that sphere too. Set course, warp factor 1.
I wonder what this awesome sphere is like.
Well, it's definitely awesome.
Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. You guys remember what was fucking me? It was Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. You guys remember that show? It was like a J-Rock band that Cartoon Network endorsed. They did the theme song to the Teen Titans. Needs a Blu-ray. And they were like, well, we got to give them their own cartoon. Flies out of the scooter and paralyzes the kid. Channel Awesome Sphere.
It will be, won't it?
It's just gotta be awesome because the guy looking at the radar told us
Was okay.
it was.
That plays Lotsa Gamer songs.
It's true.
I need to do an Adam Lotsa stream. That guy's fucking, like, unintentionally hilarious. I need to do that. He's the gamer every gamer should know.
Would have been nice, though, if his radar...
And he ended up... Oh, I remember that cartoon. And Lotsa ended up working for Disney, which is fucking hysterical. Lotsa's literally a man that shot for the stars and hit the moon. Because he works for fucking... He made like a cameo in an obscure anime.
Told us not to
Guy
go
Dunder.
after those spheres that were pieces of fucking shit. How do you know it's awesome? What does that even mean?
We're getting reports of an awesome sphere.
Oh, I see. He's getting reports. Okay, assholes. I'll play. Reports from who? What are people just getting on their ham radios?
John Delancey might be interested. Oh, yeah. He tried to make his own movie, and he was going to have that black guy from the Nostalgia Critic videos in it.
And calling it in? I mean, why would they do that? Tell a bunch of sphere hunters about it who are just going to come down and steal it from them. And how do they know it's awesome? If they know it's awesome, logically they must have seen it. And if they've seen it, why don't they just tell you what's on it and save you the trip? Otherwise, they haven't...
Based host JJ Malcolm. Yes. Malcolm, the black guy that was like a furry, and he was also like in every Nostalgia Critic video.
I have no idea whether it's awesome or not. This whole thing with the sphere waves is so...
From Nostalgia Critic vids gives me bad vibes, not really black. My obscure references. I mean, yeah,
Such a transparent plot device. This guy...
But yeah, I'm trying to download the Nostalgia Critic videos where he talks about the new Star Wars movies. Just because, one, it doesn't use movie footage, and two, I can make video. Doug Walker doesn't care if I stream his vids. Is a furry. Yes, he
I might
is.
as well just say, I just read ahead in the script, guys. The plot says we should go over to Kilika Village for the next thing to happen. This is the first time we get a good look at the cultural impact of Sin's destruction. There's a lot of tension between the two big religious factions new on Spirit, to the point that violence has started to break out.
We are not doing the supervillain shuffle. Oh, God. I remember that. That was, we became watered down after 2016. I honestly stopped watching Nostalgia Critic before that. I think the last video I saw for the Nostalgia Critic for a long time was his video, his sci-fi movie, To Boldly Flee, and then I kind of just stopped watching him. But I watched his Tarzan review. He reviewed Tarzan, the animated movie, which I remember watching a few times as a kid. And honestly, I kind of agreed with him for most of it, but I didn't agree with him about the whole musical numbers being Phil Collins thing. He hated it, but I was like, it's better. I'd rather have like montage music videos than just people breaking out in the song. I fucking hate that. I hate musicals. I'd rather have a few montages of like some good songs than like people singing this.
Between them. And honestly, I really don't understand what either side's deal is. The first is the religion of New Yevon, which is just weird. I mean, New Yevon? What do they believe in? That Yevon
I used to enjoy it. Same.
wasn't such a bad guy? The dude was a genocidal theocrat who killed millions when he used magic to become a flying Godzilla. At the risk...
Phil Collins is great. I can tell you who can hate him. The guys that made South Park, because they were ass hurt. Their movie lost out of a fucking review. Balto, and they were both pretty bad. The guys that made South Park were so butthurt that their movie didn't get an Oscar for Best Musical Score, but Tarzan's did, so they had Phil Collins have a fucking Oscar get shoved up his ass. Like, imagine being that fucking childish and petty. Couldn't be me.
Law, isn't that a lot like being...
Tarzan's soundtrack was baller. Yes, it was. Baldo?
A neo-Nazi? Why would anyone join New Yevon when Yevon was the guy who butt-fucked this very village with a goddamn tsunami? As for the Youth League, I guess their organizing principle is not being old? Wearing ridiculous thongs? I don't know. It's really...
Viewed the Baldo like Rackets did? I think he meant to say Balto, which is a movie about a dog.
Not much of a theology, even compared to New Yevon. I mean, say what you like about the tenets of National Socialism.
Stood the Phil Collins slander. The music for Tarzan was... Yes, it was great.
Dude, at least it's an ethos.
Well, it's South Park. Trey Stone and Matt Parker. They were mad that they didn't get a fucking Emmy or Oscar for the movie. But anyone else, I don't know. Spoony is wearing a Baldo in this review. Baldo?
I don't know. Maybe the writers are trying to illustrate some kind of generational gap, which might resonate just a little...
Always hated Hook-Nosed Rikita. Yeah, Rikita's kind of a scumbag. Winning awards with a slideshow fear-mongering documentary. And then they fucking took it back and apologized. Same with the transgender stuff. They took that back and apologized.
Little bit better if I ever saw a single character in this game over the age of 30 except Macon, and he's dead. When you get to where the awesome sphere is, the Youth League is besieging the New Yevon Temple and trying to extort the sphere away from them. That's when the New Yevon guys, who I remind you are explicitly against the use of Machina, attack you with a fucking Judge Dredd battle robot. Nice.
He's a peghole lover.
Knowing you.
And does a single member of the Youth League help you out in this fight? Hell no.
Yo, that robot looks cool. It looks like something out of Warhammer. I forgot Judge Dredd had a fucking rad giant robot. What the fuck?
No, there is no way this awesome sphere can possibly live up to the hype, you know. Come on, what could be on this sphere that's so awesome?
It's 10 minutes of video footage of Kat Dennings without a bra jumping on a fucking trampoline for 10 minutes. And then someone sprays water on her. Alright, that's pretty fucking damn close. Fuck, I need to do that movie. ABC Warrior Joey, Britbong Comics, has a really cringy bit where they make fun of Trump's new former press secretary by turning him into a cartoon wolf. Rackets has no problem with self-admitted groomer hanging around his kids. Yeah.
Awesome! No.
Yeah, I totally would. You know what? I'm gonna fucking find that movie, and we're gonna fucking attempt to stream it, because that movie is fucking rad.
Actually, we see a guy who looks like Titus, but who doesn't dress like nearly as much of an idiot.
You know, you're all I can count on to save land.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucking claimed for that.
Not really feeling the awesome on this one. I guess if we're grading on a curve of all the spheres...
You know what they say, Gaseous? Around Drex, watch yourself.
As we've seen so far, maybe...
Well, now this isn't any fun at all.
I really gotta let off some steam.
What do you got in mind?
That motherfucker who looks like... I feel the hate rising up in me.
That's a good idea, weird gas mask wearing perverted freak child. Why are you wearing a gas mask?
Oh, that's it.
Does what?
You must thanks. Our sanity depends on it.
That sounds like an order, Yuna.
Well, she's strangely into the idea.
I must dance. Why the fuck? Why are we having a concert?
The plot gets deep.
I also
completely so you can prepare for a concert. You pick up some
also didn't realize Yuna's eyes are two different colors, blue and green.
hitchhiking musicians whose costumes are so ridiculous and awkward they can't even walk. Oh, what? You think I'm exaggerating? You think I'm nitpicking? These assholes are literally stuck in the hallway, unable to move, and need to be pushed into the elevator to do the concert. This is a thing that is actually happening. I mean, why? Why do I have to do this? And why are the controls for this so fucking atrocious? All I want to do is push these fuckers in the elevator, but it's a task that's virtually impossible because the control...
That looks fucking awkward, Eunice Christian. Oh, God. The eye thing is how you identify HAPAs. Every abled person has heterochromia.
I mean, look at... I want to push the guy...
It should have just been like in Zelda, where you go to push something, you have to hold down a button, and it locks you in.
Forward in a straight line in the elevator, but it's like they move around like on a fucking air hockey table or an ice rink or something, and oh, Jesus, I gotta do this 2 more times? I can barely get behind these guys, let alone see them. I mean, oh, what the fuck is...
Yeah, that camera angle looks really fucking annoying.
This? Christ, the fucking camera is horrible. I just want the fat bitch to go in the fucking elevator. What the fuck? In real life, this wouldn't be a problem. You just get behind the fucker and push, but in no way, with no combination of mind-altering fucking drugs, could anyone think this is a well-designed, interesting, fun party. Like, I mean,
yeah, that just looks annoying.
Look at this. What the fuck am I doing? I am pushing a fat fucker with bongos strapped to his gut into an elevator. If he'd fucking go in, I mean, oh, fuck, what the fuck? He bounced. He bounced out of the elevator, and now he phased through solid matter. I mean... What the fuck are these guys anyway? Of course, they'd have to be furries, even though we never see a single representative of their respective races outside of this fucking concert.
What? That guy's got tubas, and the guy's got a drum on his stomach. That guy's got tubas on his ear, which sounds really bad.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of instruments at this concert, like snare drums and an electronic keyboard. But you know what I'm not hearing is a blue fucking lizard-slapping gut bongos,
gut bongos,
man-sized eagle strumming a fucking harp, and a nightmare cat creature simultaneously playing a didgeridoo, and some kind of 2-headed horn I can only assume is attached directly up his ass.
What the fuck is this? I'm pretty sure this is probably a song in the Japanese version, but they didn't feel like translating it, so they just had the voice actor just say la la.
Oh, come on. Even songs written by the Monkees had more substantive lyrics than this.
Monkey!
No, these
a monkey!
Monkees. You're telling me she doesn't know the words to any songs? This is her whole set? This music is almost as bad as that one time I got tricked into going to the Nostalgia Chick's accordion recital.
Lol, what the fuck? This was before she aborted Spoonie's baby. Hey, she's not bad at that. Good on you, Lindsay. Listen to my song or I'll kill your baby, Spoonie.
Can you believe this? They didn't even attempt to make the lip flap sync up with the singing. This is horrible. Her mouth's just lazily opening and closing like a fish.
It's been yeah. Intruders.
Still investigating.
Oh my god, he really is Jar Jar Binks.
The broken...
Lindsay Ellis is hot, disregarding her political views. She used to be good, because Nostalgia Chick aborted his yeah. A rumor, it's a rumor, is that the reason Spoonie kind of snapped was Nostalgia Chick aborting his baby and making a movie about it.
Spear from the Xanarkand ruins is missing.
Looks like the burglar left us a present.
Oh, I guess the sphere wave detector was broken when she brought that
Yikes.
fucking beast on board your own ship. Okay, last time I rag on the sphere waves, I promised, but come on. on, I'm a little confused here.
Alright, I'm gonna go use the restroom because I have to pee. We're gonna play, fuck it. We'll play some Final Fantasy music. Dead ringer for Lindsay Ellis at a party a few months ago. She admitted a legit psycho. Wow. There we go. That was Final Fantasy VI Ultros theme. It's the boss music, but it might as well be Ultros' theme. What else do we got? Nice pause. Currently suplexing a train. This is train suplex music. Groups of immature young adults and enable all their bullshit with no feedback. Ugh. So many of the CA autists are either outright furries, pedos, or political shills. Yeah.
I thought Sphere...
And you have people like deserve what happened to him. Spoony won, man. He got fucked over hard. Apparently, his ex-girlfriend, that fat bitch with red hair, yeah, her friend worked for Channel Awesome. Spinach rag instead. Her friend worked for Channel Awesome, and they were the reason Spoony got fired. But yeah, Spoony really didn't deserve what happened to him. And the only people who came out of the whole change the channel thing looking good were unironically Doug Walker and Brad Jones. And I gotta say, I really do like that Brad actually stuck by Doug Walker's side. Good for you, Brad.
Were some kind of ancient technology.
Brad Jones seems like a cool dude.
Made of fireflies or the souls of the dead or some crap. But apparently anyone can make them anytime they want with custom logos.
Who's on top now, dull wings? It'll be 1,000 years before you can take on the mighty LeBlanc.
That's right, Dullwings. Once again, you see the...
You alright there, buddy? You had a poster for that Fist of the North Star movie? Oh my god. I remember my mom rented that from the video store because she was really into martial arts movies. Oh, that was fucking terrible. I didn't even know it was a cartoon until I was a teenager. For Channel Awesome or mediocre at best.
Power of the imperious forces of... I can't stop it. I have Parkinson's. Oh my god, seizure.
You know, Spoony was actually the one that kind of put Cinema Snob in the limelight. When Cinema Snob got his channel sashed away, Spoony. When Cinema Snob got his channel taken down by YouTube because he used movie footage, Spoony gave him a platform on his website. And that's how I found out about the Cinema Snob. And I've been watching him for years. I don't agree with everything Brad Jones says, but his videos are entertaining and he seems like a good guy.
It'll be 1,000 years before you can take on the mighty LeBlanc.
Is she alright?
She got us.
Oh, poop.
So poopy.
Don't talk like that.
Poopy? Oh, such language, Yuna. And from a high summoner, too.
We're gonna take it back.
Can Yuna even summon in this game? I forgot.
No one messes with us.
I want her dead! I want her family dead! I want her house burned to the ground!
We're forgetting who we are. We're sphere hunters that go.
Oh my god. Cinema Snob is how I discovered the Caligula movie existed. Oh yeah, he did a video of that.
In retaliation for this theft, the ladies decide to break into Chateau LeBlanc and steal the broken
We're sphere hunters. God damn it, Empty. Keep your wife in check.
sphere back, but it's too heavily guarded for a direct assault, so instead, they decide to disguise themselves in the uniforms of LeBlanc's female ninjas and sneak in. But this means having to travel the globe trying to find the uniforms first.
Beat them up and steal their...
Still one of his best reviews. Cinema Snob is how I found out about the Ilsa movies, and those are fucking awesome. He also helps me find out about, like, obscure horror movies that I may not know about. Cinema Snob's great. And his content's the kind of content I like. I like horror movie reviews. That's why I watch The Horror Geek and stuff.
Their uniforms. 3 of them.
Damn! If only we had some kind of magic device that would allow us to instantaneously recreate any suit of clothes we wanted at any time. This plan relies rather heavily on the flimsy assumption that when LeBlanc's ninjas show up to work, they don't make them, you know, take their masks off or have some kind of security code or password.
Monkey!
Hey, here's a plan.
A monkey!
Fly circles around the building and reduce it to rubble with your airship's tactical missile strike capability. I'd give that bitch about an hour to turn over the sphere and all the other spheres she has, and then I'd pound this entire fucking city into scorched glass with my ballistic nuclear cock. So you go looking for uniforms on the sacred Ronso Mountains only...
Oh shit, I forgot about the Ronsos. Kimahar, how you doing?
...to approach the top and find the whole place impassable.
This is suicide! Turn back!
But if you keep exploring a little, you find a hot spring...
I have never watched the Lord of the Rings movies. I watched the Hobbit cartoon in school. I read the Hobbit book. I have the video game based on the Two Towers, but I've never actually sat down and watched those movies.
...in the mountain where 2
Me
of LeBlanc's
neither.
lady ninjas are upping the fan service ratio.
That water felt great. Can you believe there's a hot spring in a place like this?
No way, Joe. Yeah. You know, I might. You know, there's always time.
But isn't this supposed to be sacred Ronso ground?
The rock unit standing on falls into the water and scares the ladies off, leaving one of their uniforms behind. And that's when this game stops even...
Joey's Mandark. Ha 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 ha!
...pretending it's actually about something.
Well, as long as we're here.
On sacred ground?
No one's looking.
The fuck are you ladies gonna do? Oh, they're just taking a dip in the hot spring.
Yeah, come on.
Every anime needs that hot spring episode where it's just an excuse to see teenage girls half naked. That laugh was so accurate.
Ari's a good friend, and we are kind of responsible for getting his entire race exterminated. I'm sure he won't mind us rinsing our dirty vaginas off in a sacred pool. After a minute or so, we find the girls are now in bikinis.
Yeah, that's an anime trope. It's either the beach episode where they go to the beach, or it's the hot springs episode where they go to a hot spring, and it's just an excuse to see the girls in their bikinis. And the dudes in their bikinis, or mankinis as well.
Which I guess we're forced to believe they brought with them on the mountain.
Some cheesy music
What
and
I
it's
really love
prawn.
about this scene is that Riku is now wearing a swimsuit that somehow covers more of
Poor Victor Island, if only Working Designs
her
came
body
back.
than her normal clothes. Well, I guess now we know why the combat system makes it so easy to play this game with one hand.
Hey!
Here.
What?
Yo, the early 2000s are fucking wild. We just, like... Did anyone, like, other than, like, Final Fantasy fans wanting a Final Fantasy game, did anyone really bitch about this game? Were there, like, fucking people on the internet complaining about sexualization? I distinctly remember one time before 2011 where somebody was complaining about sexualization in gaming, and it was an article on GameSpot about Working Designs dismantled. They forced them to release stuff in collections when Working Designs... Oh, wow. Jeez. That's amazing. Bernie Stoller strikes again. But yeah, there was like one article I read on GameSpot back in like 2004 about Rachel from Ninja Gaiden being sexualized, and that's it. Up until like 2011, 2012, I never really heard of this stuff.
Whatever. I know who's got it going on.
I'm sorry. Is that a chick thing? I mean, I wouldn't know, but do women routinely go up to each other in the shower and compare the size of their boobs? Because I gotta tell you, guys don't do that. Guys do not look over at the other guy pissing next to them in the public bathroom and go... I mean, not the places I go to. I mean, Jesus. Look, even if this does happen somewhere, I certainly hope it doesn't happen when the other person in...
There was a whole RE5... Yeah, that too. That was like 2009. There was a whole episode of Arby and the Chief about it.
Question is your fucking cousin. Because that's what they are. Yuna and Riku are cousins. I mean...
But they were more subtle about it.
It's just creepy that you're getting any kind of sexual vibe between these two. Blech. You know what's even worse is this fucking guy, who's also Yuna's cousin, and we're reminded constantly of the fact that he's trying desperately to bone her too.
Leader must be tough.
Well, it's not like they're related. They're only cousins because... Are they related? I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to step in that landmine. But don't do it. I guess the Albed are just the Alabama of wherever the fuck this planet is.
Dancing, Yuna. I want
yes,
to
Joey.
see.
It'll cost you.
You got problems, Japan.
Was the beginning of the end. I'd say 2011, 2012. You can see cracks of that happening beforehand, but that's really when it started happening. Keeping it in the family. There was a Common Filth episode released almost 10 years ago where he read a game. It was a Game Informer or Game Pro about. It should have been Lulu. Damn it! Fuck yeah. Or the Afghanistan of Final Fantasy pseudo people. When he Common Filth read like it was a letter someone sent in about misogyny in Tomb Raider to Game Pro, and that was like 1997, 98.
Problems. A subplot of this game is
Those Tomb Raider games are fucking awesome though. I love them.
an incestuous love triangle.
They're hard. They're hard though, but I really love classic Tomb Raider. It's a lot of fun. Yuna's uncle and Sid was Riku's dad, so yeah, they're cousins. All right.
I'd expect this kind of depravity from pervy /fic writers on the internet, but not you.
You should check out...
Many of the tribes in Afghanistan, like Pashtun, Uncle, niece. Oh, what the fuck? Best Final Fantasy girl. Yeah, Lulu is my favorite. Best. My favorites are Lulu and Tifa. But Tifa's a fucking like classic.
This review brought to you by Schmitz Gay.
That's a Saturday Night Live sketch, and it's pretty funny, and honestly, kind of some nice foreshadowing for what happened with, I think it was Budweiser. It was some fucking piss beer company where they had like a tranny advertise their beer. If she didn't have... I'm gonna skip this because of the music.
Shouldn't I now have 3 uniforms already?
No.
Lulu, yeah, I love Lulu. Lulu's fucking beautiful. She's my favorite. There's nothing I like than a semi-goth girl with huge fucking titties.
Oh, absolutely.
It's probably why I like Kat Dennings so much. Bud Light. That's what it was. I don't drink that shit anyway. It's fucking nasty. I had one like years ago and it tastes like seltzer water. Ugh. How could anyone get fucking drunk off that? Is beyond me.
Complete 2 other missions to get those. Okay, what the hell are these 2 wearing? Really?
They look like Phantasy Star Online characters.
I defy you to explain this to me. Is this a uniform or what is it? Who gets up in the morning and just decides,
It's being bought out. I get fucked. Yeah, they lost like billions of dollars. No one wants to buy their shit.
I'll go with thigh-high boots with garters attached to my purple corset with shoulder pads. And under that, my green and yellow front zipper turtleneck bikini. No pants, baby! That's how the Youth League rolls.
No pants. I like Waka, but even I have to ask why she has a thing for soulless gingers. No offense to the Blitzball bomber.
No pants! Pretty much.
I mean... The man killed monsters with a goddamn volleyball. That's pretty ballsy. $28 billion evaluation.
Every time you find a uniform, it's around another dress sphere, and you have to fight LeBlanc's 2 goofy henchmen. Every fucking time.
What? You're not giving it back? The nerve!
Yo, that guy looks sudden. Or boomers, you don't care about what it is, so as long as you can get a buzz. You don't even get that with it. That shit tasted gross. It was like seltzer water. It's because Waka wants to make Sphera great again. One of the best Final Fantasy simply because it gave us this masterpiece. And there is a video, so I am obligated to play it. You know, in Final Fantasy IX, it was said, to be forgotten is to be alone. Well, I'll say, to be unloved is to be alone. Fuck you, Grandma!
What is with the lip?
I have that video. It's called The Crybabies of Let's Play. And I've been sitting on that video for fucking years. And I want to fucking do a video about it because it's so fucking awful. It's because
Flaps.
The nerve.
The game is Japanese. There's obviously a Japanese dub of this game. The lip flaps are made for the Japanese version. The English dub is made, basically, they didn't give a shit about doing the lip flaps.
The nerve.
Seriously, Square Enix did not give a shit! After that, you go to another place, fight the 2 henchmen again, and finally you get all 3 uniforms and infiltrate LeBlanc's base, where you find the 2 henchmen again. These guys are everywhere. How are they getting to all these places all over the world? Are they walking?
You go to the boss's chambre and...
Chamber. It's chamber, you fucking dork.
Tend to your duties.
What duties?
You know, use your talents to help her unwind.
Oh.
You gotta go down there and you gotta fucking put your tongue in it. No. Ugh.
And here I thought the game couldn't possibly get any more shameless. It's become full-fledged spank material now.
Limey bastard.
Duty calls. Give LeBlanc the massage of a lifetime. Watch her reaction and adjust your technique accordingly for peak pleasure. Objective, satisfy LeBlanc.
This shit is more blatant than Senran Kagura, a game where the main goal is undressing women.
Okay, well...
Speaking of, I have Senran Kagura Estival Versus for the PS4, and the game does not work right on PS5. Peak pleasure. The character models are fucked up in that game, and that actually made me sad, and it's clear that Marvelous won't fix it.
That's it. It's over. Final Fantasy's dead. This is where it died. I mean, it was bad before, but we've officially reached rock bottom.
Really? That's rock bottom, not 8? Found easily, just follow the rotten tuna smell.
Seriously, we're playing a minigame where the goal is to give LeBlanc an orgasm. Oh, come on. Close your eyes and tell me that's not what's happening here.
That's nice. Ooh. Ah, there. Ooh, you're good.
And guess what?
Imagine voicing this shit. Holy fuck.
This scene leads to absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. You learn nothing. You get nothing, and the end result of this exercise is nothing but a sticky controller.
Ew.
After that, you find a secret door in the basement where the girls ditch their costumes, because what are the odds they'll need those disguises down here? Oh.
The Gull Wings!
Well, gosh, I guess...
Died the moment the Californians and Sony declared Japanese games as a no-no for the console. Yeah. That's what killed Senran Kagura. Senran Kagura 7 was censored so bad, the main creator canceled the game, left Marvelous, and yeah, it got bad. The games, I don't know why they're not just going to port their games to the fucking Switch. There's a bigger market on Switch and people want to play those games. They're on Steam, but still. Like, I don't know. They made them censor burst renewal. They got rid of like some of the content to keep Sony happy. Senran Kagura versus Neptunia is like watered down compared to the other games. Like, what the fuck? The Switch games weren't watered down. There's a whole game for the Switch where you just massage the girls from the game. That's on the Switch. That is acceptable by Nintendo standards. The other game is a pinball game, where at the end of every course, you have to shoot pinballs at the girls' breasts or asses. That's perfectly fine for Nintendo, but I doubt that would release on Sony. Oh, but Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, you can fuck a bear all you want. The Last of Us 2? Yeah, well, let's have a scene where a fucking muscle bitch gets fucked up the ass. Perfectly fine.
They're fucking idiots then. So you fight the fat guy again. Guy's got balls, I gotta give him that, going 3-on-1. And he's learned some new moves after watching some more Pokemon episodes.
I choose you.
Huggles?
And after you beat him, you find LeBlanc's private chamber where there's...
Sony and Microsoft will allow Baldur's Gate 3 on... Oh, Western developed game, the journalists love it. They're gonna let that thing slip in. A naked woman is portrayed in DMC5. They did take that out. Originally, they censored it on Sony, but then they removed the censorship at all. Which I guess is good. I guess that was an oversight. But yeah, that'll be funny. Because if the game is censored on consoles, it'll just prove the people that were against censorship right. And you know journalists will spring in to defend it, or stop it. No issues with BG3. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, if it's censored and you see a lot of journalists complaining that it's censored, call them out on it. If it's not, still call them out on it. And call out Sony, too.
There's another sphere just laying around. You know, I gotta admit, for the first time in this game, I'm actually curious. What could be on this sphere so titillating that LeBlanc feels compelled to hide it in her secret love nest?
Alright, I'm gonna have to skip that. That's a good song, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good song. Rick Astley is a great singer. I love his songs. But I don't want to get reported. Still, good song.
It's a cheap shot, but you know, sometimes those are the most satisfying.
3 plus 1.
Wow, Spoony, wow.
How many?
4.
And yeah, nothing happens in this one either.
It's a dud.
Oh, well, imagine that. We wasted our time, killed dozens...
Doesn't get BG3 because Larian can't get it working on the Xbox Series S. So the people who bought the Series X just get cucked. Think people would complain about censorship so much if the things they took away were taggable options. Yeah. Really, the issue is the hypocrisy. These journalists will support shit like The Last of Us 2 or Baldur's Gate 3, but then scuff their noses at shit like classic Tomb Raider, Dead or Alive, Senran Kagura. Like, there's clearly a fucking bias. And it's really shitty. If you think you hate journalists, you don't hate them enough, is all I'm saying.
And busted our asses on a cross-country journey, all for a fuzzy sphere in which we learned...
Working on it, not like Divinity Origins 2 ran like shit when it came out. I'm working on it.
Fucking shit! Just like every other goddamn sphere we've run across on this fucking trip. I wonder if anyone's starting to sense a pattern at this point. You know, if I wanted to waste my time watching something short with bad audio that's too dark to see clearly, I'll watch one of the cinema snobs.
Hikage best Senran? I like Murasaki, the purple-haired one. She's a cute gamer girl. I like her. She's the best. She also has the biggest breast of all the characters. That's awesome.
BAM! Only naughty girls would scrounge through other people's bedrooms.
Why does he sound like the bad guy from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
This is what? The second time I've had to fight these guys in 5 minutes? These guys get beat more than the Pittsburgh Pirates. Say what you want about the LeBlanc Syndicate's dress code, they've got a killer medical plan. I sure hope you're not sick of fighting these guys like I was 3 fights ago. Because once you find the stolen sphere, LeBlanc throws them at you. Fucking again.
Yes, it's canon. Hikage is on the smaller side.
Time to clobber the robber.
Oh, God, I need a break. This game is driving me nuts. Here, why don't you take over, get some footage for part 3? I'm gonna go watch a movie.
Do I have part... Alright, this is the last part I have. I hope this is like the rest of it. I'm gonna go grab some more beer, because I want more beer. Rolling Rock time. I wish you know what? I haven't had Rolling Rock in a while. Ding dong. Drunk Joey, stop, I'm not drunk. I had a pretty big dinner. I had Bud Light with Pride. I had it was a Spam sandwich with bacon and provolone. It was really good. I saw that, the Fortnite Holocaust Memorial. Yeah, that's gonna go well, you dumb fucks. You're gonna have Ariana Grande, Thanos, and Bender throwing fucking tomatoes in a Holocaust museum.
Burton? Buddy! Where you been, man? I was looking all over the place for you. I was worried sick. You can't go running
And
off like
Naruto,
that.
yeah.
Okay?
Yo, Fortnite's a wild game. I've never played it. Yeah, it was, and they kept throwing tomatoes at it. It was funny as shit. But yeah, Fortnite's a wild game. You can just have like Thanos and Ariana Grande dancing over dead bodies. The great state of Israel. The ADL.
Jeez, a lot of carbon scoring here. You been hanging out with Linkara again?
Rick Sanchez, Ryu, Chun-Li, Thanos, Spider-Man, Batman, doing the gritty in a Holocaust memorial.
Dr. Insano? Well, you're back now, and that's what's important. And hey, we can finish Final Fantasy X too now. So get the feeling someone from the game's gonna try.
You like sexy librarians, waffles, tentacle, transgender hentai. Oh, Spoony. Turn-offs, country music, custom ringtones, Michael Bay movies. You know, Michael Bay movies aren't bad. My only real complaint with the Transformers movies is they're too long. They're like 3 hours long, and a good hour and a half of the movie is pointless nonsense. If they'd cut like an hour from his early Transformers movies, they'd be a lot better.
Usual. You're my secret weapon. Well, come on, let's go. Hey, but no more running away, all right? You're my best bud, and the show's not the same without my robot main man.
I wonder if Spoony still has Burton.
Okay, so after beating LeBlanc and her goons for, what, the 10th time, you finally get both halves of the broken sphere. And for the first time ever, the goal...
I only really like the first Transformers movie. Honestly, the first one wouldn't have been so bad if they cut out like an hour of the movie. Do we really need to see Bernie Mac and Anthony Anderson doing like weird comedy?
Wings finally discover a sphere that has something mildly informative on it. It's a recording of some giant ancient machine, which you discover is called...
I got to find that stream you did with Curtis.
Vegnagun. It's a world-destroying superweapon that somehow everyone in the...
Honestly, if he kept that, that'd be awesome.
The whole world already knows about, except the Gullwings.
I just picture Spoony driving back to his parents' house. Megan Fox is a man. Is Megan Fox a man? I heard Scarlett Johansson was a dude, but I don't buy that. I don't know. I have to see her dick before I say anything.
Alright, well, I have to nitpick the hell out of this scene because, well, I'm me, and
I saw that movie Under the Skin where she's naked and you get to see her ass. Like, that don't look like a man's ass.
these sphere things just bug the shit out of me. Just example.
Oh, by the way, you should go watch Under the Skin. If you've ever watched the Species movies where, like, a hot alien girl seduces men and eats them, it's basically that, but smarter, better filmed, and like an art house movie. It's really good, actually.
Tell me this. Who took this?
Had really big thumbs. Joe wants to see Scarlett's pee-pee, just to be on the safe side. Megan Fox has big thumbs. She has my thumbs. Joey's a heretic for Jennifer's body and laughing at Patrick losing his kids and threatening to eat their balls. That was an alright movie. I saw that movie. There's a man. They even admitted it themselves. ScarJo had Under the Skin. Then Megan Fox had Jennifer's body. Same agenda. Both Wow.
This footage? What did they do? Bring in a crane to get these dramatic sweeping shots of Vegnagun? And someone had to edit this. In ancient Spira. What did they make? Non-linear sphere editing software?
I just picture Windows Movie Maker being used to edit YouTube poops in a sphere grid. Imagine getting a sphere grid, getting like the video from Succubus Don't Just Suck, Joey, they kill. They eat men. Imagine getting a sphere grid Be gone, demonic thought. And it's like a YouTube poop of Mario Hotel Mario and Zelda. Boy, I wonder what Ganon's up to. Dinner, Luigi. Gay Luigi?
And what was the purpose of this recording? Was it some kind of Vegnagun sales video, but the audio is missing? It's the new Vegnagun ZX5000, the exciting new cutting-edge phenomenon in mechanized genocide delivery.
But wait, there's more!
Is another sovereign nation.
How a meatball feels.
You of saber rattling or questioning the size of your
Mama Luigi. Someone actually reanimated that whole episode. They did the same with Kirby too, and it's fucking great.
Mighty majestic penis? Well, they'll question no more when you deploy your nuclear armament through Vegnagun's intercontinental missile-launching mile-long cock cannon.
That dude is a dick cannon.
Vegnagun is equipped with the latest anti-theft artificial intelligence.
Is that a giant robot in My Final Fantasy? Also, this kind of reminds me of those Stick Death cartoons I was playing with the killer car alarms. It was fucking great. Iron Storm by Working Designs donated money to the Holocaust Museum when you bought it on the Sega Saturn. Wow.
Vegnagun is
25 cents donated per copy. Made it $10. Huh.
Nimble and more responsive than any other walking terror mecha thanks to its new
Hey, total Janny Death.
musical keyboard interface. It's the Miracle Pipe.
That fucking giant robot is piloted with a keyboard. That's the dumbest thing. I watch a lot of like giant robot anime. I like giant robot anime. But I've never seen one piloted by... Oh, wait, actually, no. There was Power Rangers RPM. There was an episode where the scientist... there was a character who's like a child scientist who built all the Megazords and built the Power Ranger outfits. She pilots one of the Megazords with a fucking violin. It was a good episode, by the way.
Organ technology that makes this super weapon possible. Even if smaller infantry threats...
Chicks dig giant robots. Me talking heads in chat.
To breach Vegnagun's outer vaginal defenses, its point defense tusks will ensure that your bridge is...
That looks like the final boss from Kingdom Hearts 2, or Kingdom Hearts.
...in every way impregnable.
If anyone uses that thing, Spira is done for.
But it's a machina. All we have to do is shake our way up to it and take it apart.
Shake. Was she Maria from fucking Mischief Makers? Shake.
Shaky shake?
Shake.
Vegnagun's being...
Dude, she has like one green eye and one blue one. It's a car, right? Chigs love the car. This is why Superman works alone.
Held by New Yevon and Bavel, and LeBlanc offers her breasts, her services to your boobs, bras, cause.
They're not that big. Lulu's are way better.
Offers her services to your cause.
I thought our peaceful days would never end.
On your next bathroom break, shouldn't be the copyright blocks list for corporate music to shekel, shake, straight, chain.
Eternal calm. I really believed it would last forever.
Oh yeah, you really ended war and conflict for all time, Yuna. Bravo. Hey, I can't remember. How many people did we end up shooting in the face to steal all those worthless spheres again? Just look at all this peace you've brought to the world.
It's obvious. We nabbed the head honcho.
Our target is the...
Honestly, I'm probably not going to play this game since I basically just spoiled the whole plot. But I did more for Final Fantasy X-2 than Empty did for his streams. Balls in your court, Empty. Play Final Fantasy X-2 on your stream.
A girly man like that doesn't stand a chance without his escort.
A girly man? Yo, girly man?
Oh, matron, yeah.
Yo, he's got a Tekken poster in the background. For the live-action movie, which wasn't bad, actually. The plot is just sauce. The first live-action Tekken movie was pretty good. It was a decent attempt to copy the games.
You go to the Cloister of Trials under Bavel, and of course you find it infested with...
all that. Yeah, this game has really good gameplay. Legitimately, Final Fantasy X-2 has really good gameplay. And it's probably the best Final Fantasy I've played since 6 and 7. It's way better than 8, 9, or 8, 10, and 12.
Fiend.
Forbids him from doing anything with his Jewish friend's grandma's murderer.
And by fiends, I mean the same demonic ice cream scoops you always fight. You'd think after 2 games and this much time...
It's not an ice cream scoop, it's a gelato.
...in development, they'd come up with at least, I don't know, a couple new monsters instead of palette-swapping lizards.
X2 for the story,
and
yeah.
Ice cream scoops and bats. Well, I
You can train and battle monsters. It's
suppose
awesome.
there are some robots a little later on when you get to the secret Vegnagun hangar, but riddle me this. Why do Pyreflies erupt from destroyed robots? Aren't Pyreflies supposed to be the souls of the dead? The boss
It's the souls of the dead escaping.
to this fucking place sucks my fudge nut. He spams death like a bitch. So you beat him, you beat another guy, and then you beat... Wait, is that Bahamut? Yeah, Mega Flare, that is fucking Bahamut. Didn't we kill all the Aeons?
I just want to imagine a male version of the dress spirit shit to be something like Saint Seiya. Fucking rad.
At the end of Final Fantasy X? The fuck is going on?
Have a good night, Collected G.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you, it's skipping ahead a little bit, but fuck it. You know this Shuyin guy who looks like Titus? He was a famous blitzball player in Xanarkand during a time when Xanarkand was at war with Bevelle.
So, why does he look like Titus?
To save his girlfriend, a singer-slash-summoner named Len, from dying in the war, Shuyin went to Bevelle to steal Vegnagun. And why Bevelle never just, used Vegnagun to win the war outright is never explained. Shuyin actually gets in and starts to power up the machine, which is inexplicably controlled by some kind of pipe organ keyboard interface. I mean, why? But Len...
That is fun. I watch a lot of mech anime, and that is still the dumbest way to pilot a mech.
follows him to try and talk him out of it, but this delay allows guards to catch up with them and riddle them all with bullets.
Reincarnation shit again. Fuck that guy. Fuck that
So, of
gay.
course,
Yeah, you have a guy who looks just like Titus and a guy who looks just like Yuna. That is so retarded.
Shuyin is killed from all this, but if you've been paying any attention at all, you'd know being dead never stopped anyone in Final Fantasy X. Shit, on Spirit Death is something you just walk off. I don't know, it just seems like...
That's literally something you walk off.
Like being dead makes you stronger and indestructible. Everyone should do it. But here's the thing. Shuyin is
Guy
so
looks
dead
like
and so pissed
Yuna.
off about that and his dead girlfriend that he somehow has gained the power to resurrect and corrupt all of the
Spear Huntress will hear you.
old Aeons into serving him. Yeah, because the unsent, they can do things like that. Maybe his emo-ness gives him strength. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, if Shuyin, a loser blitzball player, he can come back from the dead as an unkillable badass, able to possess people and control the wills of men, and resurrect the most powerful guardian spirits in the world and twist them to his dark purposes, why didn't Len come back? I mean, she's a summoner, right? Well, it's very simple. It's because her spirit became a sphere instead.
Yeah,
Ah!
the girl from the songstress dress sphere.
Spoony still has the Final Fantasy X2 poster.
That's Len? Sure, she wore that dress 1,000 years ago.
That 1,000 years ago. Yeah, I think he probably doesn't have everything, but he probably has some of it.
It makes sense if you don't think about it at all. When you finally get to where Vegnagun is, there's no Vegnagun, just a big hole in the wall.
I must report to
He was Vegnagun, but now he's Vegnagon.
Nuji Wuji at once.
Nuji Wuji?
Boys, record this. Don't miss a single detail.
Wait, stop, hold it, look at that! What is that? They do have cameras! I thought videos were recorded on spheres in this reality or some shit. Wasn't that the whole fucking point? Isn't this supposed to be like a less technologically sophisticated age than the ones devastated by sin? Where the hell did the camcorders come from? I have so many questions. What did they record
He likes filming stuff in the old ways.
on? DV tape, SD card? What the fuck? What's really happening with the Aeons is that monsters are
She demands Nuji Wuji at
pouring out
once.
of all the temples across Spira because the Dark Aeons are infesting them and perverting nature. So you have to go around clearing them out. When you get back to Besaid, you find Waka arguing with a youth league guy who
Betamax.
just wants to burn the temple down and kill the monsters inside without endangering the civilians.
It would be so simple to burn this place down and take the fiends with it.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
But poor Waka can't bear to destroy a place that he's lived with, loved, and cherished his whole life.
We can finish off the fiends right here and now.
Burning down a temple is going too far.
Oh, come on, Waka. You're thinking about this whole...
It's hard to hear Waka and not hear Bender from Futurama. And I like to imagine Bender just married some hot goth chick with huge tits.
burning the temple down thing the wrong way. Just think of it like,
Real Leo, by the way. Sup, Leo?
Happy Festival fireworks. Fucking dolt. And that raises an interesting thought. Why are people so attached to these fucking buildings? They were built to honor a false god responsible for the deaths of billions. It'd be like having a Hitler building in your hometown.
Praying to them never did anyone any good.
Except Hitler didn't really kill as many people as... I'm not going to go into that.
So for a long stretch of this
250,000, not 6 million.
game, you just go from town to town clearing temples, and at the bottom
I'm going to make my own religion with blitzball and goth black mage hookers, yeah?
of each temple
Ah, screw it.
is a dark Aeon you have to kill off. What I find really funny about this is that our brave heroes who
You Yavin did not kill 6 million Al-Bed. It was only about 200,000, yeah?
defeated sin against suicidal odds are now extorting money out of people before they'll even attempt to save them from monsters. Oh, wait a second. Hey, Bartello, how many syllables does the name Donna have? Donna! Huh. So, about 6 then. Yeah.
Well, that's, again, because they didn't bother changing the lip flaps for the English version with the English language.
Interesting. And his blank zombie-like expression completely matches the urgent tone of his voice.
I knew he was gonna do that, and it was funny.
Anyway, at the bottom of one of the temples, you
Buried alive. Buried alive. Con!
fight another Aeon, and during the battle, Yuna's knocked into one of the infinite holes.
Oh shit, she gone. She ended up in the same place fucking Squall did at the end of Final Fantasy VIII.
Ah, you can hear me.
This is the construct.
The Matrix, Neo.
It's our loading program.
After falling forever, it seems, she awakens and...
Anyone ever play that shitty Matrix? Barely got most of the post re-releases like Last Schmitz's scenario out in the West. And wow.
in a green field surrounded by flowers with...
Anyone ever play that shitty Matrix game for like the Xbox and GameCube? Enter the Matrix? Oh, that game sucked. The best part about it was there was an actual like DOS prompt you could type in, and if you actually understood what you were typing, you could unlock a samurai sword that does like infinite damage. It's fucking great. You did? I had that game for Xbox and I have it for GameCube. Oh, it's awful. Enter the Matrix and Path of Neo. I have Enter the Matrix. This is the one where the Wachowskis actually kind of gave a shit about everything. It's canon to the movies, and there's a DOS prompt. And if you know what you're doing in the DOS prompt, you can unlock a samurai sword that kills everything in one hit.
The sun on her face.
Do not be troubled, for you are in Elise.
Don't you shit those games. They were janky for a reason. They were good Matrix clones. Max Payne clones. I had it for GameCube. I got it for the other scenes from the movie. It was janky. It was janky as shit. I had the Xbox version when I was a teenager, but I recently bought the GameCube game because it was really cheap. You can buy a lot of GameCube and Wii games for super cheap still. Like some pretty decent stuff. I got Enter the Matrix, the Ninja Turtles game, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, fuck, what else? Beautiful Joe I got for super cheap. Tony Hawk Underground. Some Wii games. I got that Indiana Jones Wii game, which is not a good game, but it has Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, which is actually pretty good.
And you're already dead!
And she meets a guy she saw in the Sphere who looks exactly like Titus.
I looked for you for so long.
Christopher
All
Titus.
I
I have Killer 7, but the disc is fucked. I'm stuck on Twilight Years of Shiny Entertainment. They were good games. Taking Back the Joker, Hand, Shmoomer Coomer. I have Killer 7, but the second disc is fucked. I'm stuck in Almeida Town, and I can't get out of it because the disc is like, there's an error on the disc. I'm like, motherfucker! Wussy! Stacy Keach should have did the voice work for Titus's dad in Final Fantasy X. That would have been hilarious. Are you gonna cry, wussy? Wussy. You know, fuck it. Let me look up a clip of fucking Stacy Keach.
Dad had a little tax problem. He dated an IRS agent.
So? You still look fat in those pants.
Holy shit. Oh, what are you doing? Ow. Fuck! It's stuck on the sideways thing. Ah, well. Come on. You know what? It's good, that. Cry, baby. Well, we got to say you look good in those pants. Or you were fat in those pants. But yeah, fucking Stacy Keach was great in that show.
Everyone's still fighting over nothing. Still dying like they used to. Vegna.
I would pay Stacy Keach money just to have like a fucking cup of booze in his hand, a Hawaiian shirt, walk up to me and go, wussy.
We'll make that all go away.
You know, is it just me, or do none of the villains' plans in any of the Final Fantasy games make any fucking sense? And they all basically boil down to the same fundamental concept, that the world is full of pain and suffering and disappointment, and the only way to stop people from suffering is to kill them. Guys like Kefka were just gibbering insane, at least, who just wanted to watch the world burn. And
Kefka was literally the Joker, and that was great.
I guess Sephiroth kind of had more of a plan in that he wanted to become a god or see his alien mom or something, but gee.
Stacy calling Fuzzhow wussy. I would pay him good money for that. Fuzu, you're a wussy.
Shuyin comes off like a complete crybaby. I'm sick of all the violence and hate in the world, so I'm gonna violently hate-fuck the world in half with my Doomsday Weapon's mile-long cock gun. Yuna talks to Shuyin for a while, and instead of making plans for coffee or a movie later, he tells her he's so happy to see her again.
He looks just like fucking Titus. Nothing going for other than being the meme origin of Final Fantasy last boss fashion. Oh, excuse me. In Kingdom Hearts, BGE 3 has making me... Baldur's Gate 3 has been making me seethe. I haven't even played it. But it's like Kingdom Hearts. There's Sora. Then there's Roxas, who was created from Sora when he became a Heartless. Then there's another version of Sora with black hair. It's like, what the fuck, why? And that Sora with black hair was from the past. That's what this is like. It's like the same character, but the past. My favorite 3DO game.
I mean, dude, seriously, you really don't have that much of a reason to be upset anymore, because your dead girlfriend that you were so sad about, she's right there. So, you lack what we call motivation. Your priority's a little out of whack. So Shuyin bugs off, and Yuna stays in this weird dimension until she's just sort of not.
Even Cloud of Darkness is more going for her. Even in fucking Dissidia, Ultimisi has nothing, absolutely nothing going on. That's why? Yeah, there we go. There we go. The Strangers of Paradise DLD fucking Jack fucks up the... Nice! I need to play that game.
Explain her story to the other ladies.
Then, huh?
Yeah, the girl from the songstress.
One of the hidden extras on the Schindler's List DVD is a laugh track.
Rises from the grave to gain enough power to threaten the entire
I want to see the bloopers from Schindler's List. I really do.
World. And when Len, a summoner, dies, she goes on to haunt a dress sphere. How is that fair? And if Len wore Yuna's dress, who wore Riku's songstress dress, or Payne's female Elvis jumpsuit, or was Len just freaky like that?
I hate to interrupt, but Spear is falling apart with its leaders missing. Check the comm spheres and see.
Ralph Finesse did nothing wrong.
Absolutely bad shit right now. Oh god, look at the carnage. Oh, the humanity. Yuna gets on the radio to get updates from around the world, from Waka, Donna, the Youth League, etc. It seems the leaders of both the major political factions of Spira, the Youth League and New Yep.
Well, what does Lulu do? I know she's pregnant, but really, fuck it. Fuck Payne. Payne sucks. Should have been fucking Lulu. Schindler's List bloopers to the Benny Hill music. Early Google Street technology.
They're both planning sneak attacks on each other since their leadership structures are destabilized, and they both see an opportunity for victory.
Looks like Nuge and Berli still haven't come back. And now Gipple's vanished too.
And Vegnagun's on the loose. You can bet Shuyin's controlling that thing.
I changed my mind. I want to do something. Nooch asked me to help, and that's what I'll do.
So, with the world poised on the brink of war, and Shuyan preparing to rain global thermonuclear fire on Spira, the ladies put their heads together and decide to come up with a plan. And they decide the best course...
That black guy in the background, he looks like Dennis Rodman. Or that Zack from Dead or Alive.
of action is...
Why does he have a plug? Why does that kid have plugs and handles on his back? What the fuck? Why'd they make a brother such a beta? Spoony was right. Payne is Rule 63 for Squall, so you can fap to him but not feel gay. You'd think Empty would like that character then. He was the best midfielder in Blitzball.
Sing campfire songs?
Oh, to hold a concert!
All of Spira will be the captive of you.
All originated from Dennis Rodman. Yeah, Dennis Rodman and Wesley Snipes. I think I said that.
A concert! A concert.
Fun fact, Dennis Rodman was actually a wrestler as well. He was a part of the NWO for WCW back in the day.
One would think, after the discussion we just had, specifically addressing the causes of the coming war, they might decide to do something a little more proactive, like, I don't know, finding and rescuing the missing faction leaders. Maybe that might have more of a lasting impact on people than Yuna's shitty J-pop, but regardless of whether or not you really believe a concert is going to diffuse
May yell at video
all of these
games.
intricate
Nice shirt, Spoony.
sociopolitical tensions, isn't all this speculation rather pointless in the face of the looming apocalypse brought
Hearing
on
that
by
Dennis Rodman was cheaper to get than Tyson. Wow. You know, Mike Tyson would make more sense, but I can see that, yeah. Is it like, imagine like the Ukraine and Russia. Let's use that. Imagine the Ukraine and Russia. They held a concert to get them to stop fighting.
Vegnacock? No, I'm being serious here. Shuyan fucking hijacked a doomsday machine, and Yuna's plan is to hold a concert.
Had more money,
Is it
yeah.
fucking possible that
That is true.
this fucking guy, is the sensible one and brings up the only viable plan of destroying Vegnagun, which you'd think would be priority number one with a fucking bullet, and that plan is shot down to hold a fucking concert? This isn't a Final Fantasy game. It's the ending to Empire
Mike
Records.
Tyson and DX was fun. Yeah, the Generation X. Suck it.
Concert bullshit might have saved...
I remember I was like 9 years old and I got in trouble for telling my teacher to suck it. Because I was watching... Because one of the characters in WWF back in the day were Degeneration X. I had to have been like at least 9 or 11 years old, I forget. But their whole gimmick was telling people to suck their dick, and they did the motion. And I did that when she... We have 2 words for you. She gave me like a red... my class had this weird thing where like it was like a stop sign. Red is bad. If you're in red, you're fucked. Yellow is a warning. Green, you're doing good. And I was on yellow. And she was like, I'm going to give you a yellow, Joey, if you don't stop. And I did the Generation X. I was like, boom, boom, suck it. Shit, we're big, no-nose back. Yeah. Should have given her a stunner. I got her red. And my mom got a call from her.
Arnold's in an episode of fucking Happy Days, but somehow I kind of doubt that it's going to solve the geopolitical issues of an entire fucking planet. If I want to use music to unite the world in peace and harmony, I'll stick with
We're gang shirts because boomer teachers didn't watch wrestling. Yeah.
the Wild Stallions. So to hold the concert,
Wild
you have to go
Stallions.
find those fucking freak show musicians all over again, and
Use
please,
Mr.
God.
Suck on her. I remember Beavis and Butthead shirts and Simpsons shirts were fucking controversial. Hell, I was in high school and I wore a Family Guy t-shirt that I got from like a Kohl's. And my principal said I had to wear it inside out because it was offensive. I didn't, but he told me to.
Don't make me push them into a fucking elevator again.
Spectacularly spectacular! Twill be a yummy Unipalooza indeed! Twill go down in history!
Oh, I hope they really do call it Unipalooza.
Unipalooza.
Where should it be?
Well, the more people
Unipalooza, you know that guy behind Apple Computers? What computers?
we can gather together, the better.
Aha! Then how about the Thunder Plains? Yes! You can
The fucking what? The place where playing some shitty 3DO called... Oh, that game sucked.
people in that place.
What, you mean that place you literally can't go
Was
through
that Rob
steps without getting
Paulson?
fatally
Sounds like
struck
him.
by lightning? Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. Let's fill that with thousands of people in a tightly packed mob, and then put Yuna on an enormous steel stage surrounded by electronic equipment. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just saying, this is what happens when these people book your concert.
Advertising is our specialty.
Okay, I know, I don't mean to
It's
harp on
him.
this because really the point is basically meaningless, but if you just stop and think for a second, none of this makes any sense. Yeah, let's hold a concert on the fucking Thunder Plains, one of the most fundamentally dangerous environments on all of Spira, because God knows there's not a single wide open stretch of land anywhere on Spira where we can hold a concert. Oh, right, yeah. That
Like
huge,
everywhere.
wide open, completely safe field. Whoops. Oh, and guess what? That area has concession vendors already established. Or what about the wide open Blitzball Amphitheater? Or here's a thought. How about the concert hall you just showed us having a concert in at the beginning of the fucking game?
Yeah, why didn't they do that? Why the Thunder Plains? Why the fuck the Thunder Plains?
But what are you gonna sing?
Those cocksuckers in Larian didn't bring any of the original actors or old party members in the game. Wow. You know, speaking of pop stars in Final Fantasy, did you know that Ariana Grande was in a Final Fantasy game? Fuck the Thunder... Yes, fuck the Thunder Plains. There's a Final Fantasy mobile game where you could get Ariana Grande as a character to play as. She was in like this weird like S&M cat suit. But she's in a apparently she loves Final Fantasy. I'm guessing 10 too, because she can relate to that one, being a pop star. But she's like a big Final Fantasy fan, and she wanted to be in a Final Fantasy game. Still alive, Larian. Fuck Matthew Mercer is missing. But yeah, you can play as her in the Final Fantasy cell phone game Brave Exodus. She's in there. Apparently, she's a fan. She likes Final Fantasy. Yeah, like I said, she probably likes 10 too because she can relate to that one the best.
Oh, did you write that?
Because it really sucks ass.
It's more like I felt it. I can hear it echoing inside me.
You mean to tell me that she's about to give a concert in front of the entire world's population and she doesn't have any songs prepared?
Ooh.
Jeez. This concert is going to eat.
They're like Peter Griffin making a band to play for prisons and not knowing any songs to play.
Strap in, folks. Prepare yourselves for some more bubbly, meaningless J-pop.
Ooh. I'm gonna let this song play because this song is actually really good, and I'll fucking eat the copyright strike on it. Oh, fuck! This song is legitimately good. In English and Japanese, they're both good, but it's legitimately a good song. Like, I'm like, wow. This shit was the start of Squeenix getting popular pop singers to sing themes to their games, especially the Final Fantasy 13 series. Final Fantasy 13 was fucking terrible. Oh shit! They got that female to male tune for the Final Fantasy 13 2 theme. He's eating chips. This is legitimately a good song. Like, no knocking it. I'm not making fun. This is a good song. This is really good. Pre-transition, we get the idea. Anyone who was popular, they would get a theme to shill. Oh shit! It is fucking weird that you have a girl that looks like Yuna, a guy that looks like fucking Tidus, Empty's theme song. How are you doing a duet with a woman that's literally a ghost? Empty and Do you want her to sing it to you and tuck it in? Hey, Wonder Waffles? How is she doing a fucking duet with her ghost? That's fucking weird. That is a good song. I'm not even gonna knock it. This game has some pretty good music. I remember the first time I heard this song. I was in my room playing Resident Evil 4. Yeah, 4. It was either Resident Evil 4 or something else for my GameCube. And I had like one of the few working computers in our house. So my little sister was like mindlessly typing shit on MySpace, because she used to love that. And she was playing that song in the background. And I was like, what is that song? That song is so good. It's like, it's from a Final Fantasy game. I was like, bullshit. She was right.
Well, shit.
It's a bopper. It's Kino, isn't it, Spoony? It's fucking Kino.
That was actually really good. No, really, I'm not kidding. When I played this game the first time, I was legitimately dreading this scene, especially after the god-awful Real Emotion opening. But this scene is honestly pretty damn brilliant. I guess I'll start with the song itself, which I find to be a very inspiring and heartfelt love song, and it perfectly matches Yuna's emotions and memories of her short-lived romance that ended in tragedy. The lyrics are, translated, kind of blunt force trauma, but the vocal performances, I thought, really nailed the emotion of the song. This scene is also stunningly well directed. It manages to tell the entire tragic romance between Shuyin and Len and their connection to Yuna's own story without actually saying a single word of exposition. In 3 minutes,
Hello, Wonder Waffle.
I had more emotional investment in Len's tragic death and Shuyin's mournful existence without her than I did mucking through 40 hours of Tidus and Yuna's bumbling, uncomfortable affair in Final Fantasy X. So I don't want to hear ever again that I can't say anything nice about Final...
Yeah, that scene is really good, and that song is legitimately really good. Like, that is an amazing song, and that is an amazing scene. That's one of the best scenes in this game, and probably one of my favorite scenes in Final Fantasy history. It's really good. They went all out on that shit.
Fantasy, okay? I'm fucking pissed I can't be fucking pissed at this scene. That's how good it is. Jesus, sucks. I need to nitpick something.
Wussy.
Let me watch.
Wussy.
This again.
Rehearsal starting.
Okay, I got one. Before the concert, there's some kind of stupid rhythm dancing minigame you gotta do with Riku, but why do you have to
Oh, goddamn, I gotta go to the bathroom again. Fuck it, let's play fucking 1,000 Worlds, and I gotta pee. Is it Worlds or Words? Play Chicks Dig Giant Robots. Chicks Dig Giant... If I get a copyright strike, I will... They knew a cover. Oh, it's Megas XLR. I used to watch that show. That was a good show. Oh, fuck. Turn this back. Yeah, Megas XLR is a fucking amazing show. Is that show on DVD? Because I'll buy that shit. Shame it will never come back. Network had shit taste. This is a cover, not the original. Alright, I hope I don't get fucked over for it.
When this choreographed dance number you do never actually
Oh,
happens
that is gay. Guess I better fucking torrent
on
it.
stage. It's entirely pointless. And what kind of lame-ass concert only features one single song? Okay, there. Now I feel better.
The lovers met truly.
Tax write-off. It's how I remaster upscale on all the episodes. Well, I gotta go look for that. You know, there's a Blu-ray set that has every episode of Beavis and Butthead. Oh, thank you. Every episode of Beavis and Butthead, plus all the riffing they did for all the songs on Blu-ray. And it's called the King Butthole Collection, or King Turd Collection. Excuse me.
Magic end. Those images we all witnessed are most certainly a record of their last moments.
Wait,
Why is he why is he like an old wizard?
so everyone saw that flashback? Okay, how? I mean, did Len's spirit project it on the concert Jumbotron?
No lie, I would love this game if Beavis and Butthead were in it. But then again, Beavis and Butthead being in every Final Fantasy game would be fucking awesome. But I'm just imagining them in this game thinking they'd score with Yuna and Luke Riku if they did something. Because they misheard them.
Everything is all wrong.
Alright, moving on. So, Shinra gets a signal from a probe droid they dropped into one of the Vecna holes, and they discover the guys they're looking for already down there.
Machine's voice actor is Dwight Schultz. Ooh, wow.
They're working together to stop Vegnacock. Never knew these guys were that badass, but now that Yuna's once again united the world in song, that means the rescue mission can finally start.
Inconceivable!
You keep using the word.
That's a good movie.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
The Princess Bride is a great movie.
We know Vegnagun is in the deepest
I am Victor Antonia. You have killed my parents. Prepare to die.
reaches of the far plane. The only way in is to jump into one of those holes.
Yeah, but which one?
Who cares? We just pick a hole and die!
Is that how you feel about date night, Mr. Brother? Yo, Flash Gordon, that movie was fucking rad. That movie was awesome.
Now, you can jump in the hole, or you can take this opportunity to do a few thousand hours of side quests. Probably the best one to do is to help
Brian fucking Blessed. Well, are you retarded?
this guy Klasko start a Chocobo farm, because the payoff is he gives you the Alchemist Dress Sphere. And as soon as you can go Alchemist, the game is basically over.
What they say in the Navy, there's no wrong hole.
Because that class allows you to pull an infinite number of Mega Potions straight out of your ass to heal 2,000 hit points for free whenever you want. You're basically immortal once that happens, and combined with the Samurai class, which allows instant KOs of every standard enemy, leveling up barely requires looking at the screen. And
Oh, wow.
you'll notice
I love how these old RPGs, there's always a way to fucking break the game I'm on Like, you could just break the fucking game. It's great. Final Fantasy X is that if you understand the fucking, like, shit.
That most of the advanced dress spheres can be pretty easily manipulated to completely destroy the main storyline quest. I also took this time and went back to Besaid because I made enough money to finally buy that incredibly expensive item from the beginning of the game, but guess what? When you get there, someone's already bought it. And this lady's still working here? Shit. I think I'd close shop early and retire. Oh, and Lulu dresses her baby like a Moogle.
Aw, that's cute. That baby's gonna eat for fucking years. Lulu has enough titty milk to feed that baby for you. Did you know? Abigail Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's sister, Abby, classically Abby, she sold her breast milk. You could buy her breast milk and drink it.
Motherhood pretty much destroyed Lulu's gothic sexy look. Okay,
Or made it better.
Back to the story. You jump down a hole and for some reason don't die. You find yourself on the Zen level from Half-Life where you fight a bunch more Aeons, including Shiva.
Kazarian Milk Mafia, I would buy that shit. I'd fucking make ice cream out of that shit.
Alright, so this part gets pretty stupid and there's basically no good explanation for it, so you kinda gotta bear with me here. You find Nuge, yeah,
How many crates did you buy, Joey? Were they expensive? I bought a good amount. Got a 4K TV? No, I don't think so. Or yogurt.
Still can't believe that's really...
I'd make Go-Gurt tubes out of Abby Shapiro's breast milk and just suck them down.
And Nuge tells you that Shuyin has possessed the other guy named Barreleye.
Ted Nugent?
And used his body to steal Vegnagun. Because apparently, Unsent can do that when they're pissed off enough. I guess it's kind of like that guy in the movie Fallen, where you can possess people and make them do...
Oh, nice. Thank you.
...do evil things. But that movie was awesome, and this game doesn't really do anything with it. I don't even know why he bothers, considering Shuyin can do things just fine on his own. Dude doesn't seem to have a problem holding a sword and kicking vast amounts of ass in his spirit form, know what I'm saying? But hey, right now we're rolling with the possession thing. Nuge decides the only way to stop Shuyin is to cripple the body he possesses by shooting Barreleye a lot. Then Shuyin will need to look for a new body to inhabit, then possess Nuge, and Nuge will blow himself up with a suicide bomb.
My body has already been rigged.
Nuge. Ted Nugent.
Shuyin with me.
Wango's a tango.
It sucks.
Yeah, that's a blunt way of saying it.
Why? It kind of sounds like he put a fair amount of thought into this plan. And hey, Yuna, what were you doing when Nuge was heroically preparing to sacrifice himself to save the lives of billions?
Also spells June. June! Or shoe on head.
Uh-huh. So, you can just shut the fuck up.
Your plan is awful. Think about it. It's no different than what we did 2 years ago. We destroyed our own allies. We destroyed the Aeons who had fought together with us at our side.
Yeah, and guess what? It worked! So, not seeing the problem here, and I'm not even hearing a plan B from this side, so come on, Yuna. Come on, genius. If there's a plan B, we would all love to hear it.
Yeah, come on.
Plan B.
Oh.
Plan B? Alright, you do have a plan B.
Love.
A bitch, what?
Oh.
The power
Gotta love fucking Naked Gun. Those movies are fucking great.
of love conquers all. So romantic. Count me in.
This is the girliest plan ever.
Well, it's basically Sailor Moon meets Charlie's Angels. What did you expect?
And before they can, love Shuyin, they still have to somehow destroy Vegnagun to get to him. Alright, I
Fucking
have already
Yuna!
lost the plot completely. Wasn't that what we were just talking about, was how to stop Vegnagun? And so they set...
Happas, not even once. Power of friendship is nothing to be fucked with in a Japanese game. That is true.
on appealing to Shuyin with the power of love, but to do that they have to stop...
Yugi defeated the main guy that created the Duel Monsters game with the power of friendship. And a little cheating.
Vegnagun, so the plan is they have no plan.
If we all attack at once, we can do this. We need to split up.
Oh, okay, I see now. The plan here, this is rich. The plan is to attack fucking Vegnagun head on. 3 chicks.
Head on, applied directly to the forehead. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. Fuck off, dude. We're PvPing. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. No one wants to hear you spamming shit in vent.
With swords against a mech the size of a fucking building whose sole function is to eradicate all life on the planet. No, this plan sucks. I know
this plan is moronic.
It's in the spirit of a Final Fantasy game to have a climactic showdown with a boss that threatens all life on the planet, but, you know, it sort of undermines the menace of your Doomsday Mega Weapon if 3 people don't even bat an eye at the thought of taking it on in a straight-up fight. I mean, let's...
Get out of vent or I'll have you bent. Bowls, bowls, bowls. If they also use the dress spheres as a thing here. You know, multiple jobs, multiple parties. Yeah, true.
Just yesterday, they were having trouble taking these guys on. And now they want to do a full frontal assault on something that was designed to annihilate armies. It's not strictly head-on, though. They split up into 3 teams. The girls attack the tail, while the others occupy other parts of Vegnagun. But, of course, the other team sucks, so you end up having to fight every part of Vegnagun anyway. Gotta do everything around here, don't I?
Why are you bothering me?
All of Spira is finished.
Fuck them up, ladies!
Plan B too.
Oh yeah, and that plan B? Deploy the Vegnacock.
Come, Vegnagun.
He said come. He's gonna have it come on people.
Let us purge this repulsive world.
If you take too long in this fight, the Vegnacock blows its load and pretty much destroys the entire world, and you get the bad ending. But it sucks, so who cares anyway? It turns out that Vegnagun is controlled by an impressive array of piano-style keyboards, which, to me, seems awfully, terribly, horrendously inconvenient for a weapons delivery system. It's like Vegnagun was designed by the band Yes.
Oh, you're gonna play a Yes song and not Roundabout? Fuck off.
Something I must tell you.
Nice Odo laugh. I was trying to be a butthead laugh.
Words left unspoken for 1,000 years. I love you.
We can finally fade.
She loves you. They're in love.
You are not Len!
Oh, well, there you have it. So much for that love plan, huh? Good one, Yuna. Now you see the power of emo beats love every time, baby. Every time. Well, it's the final boss battle, and to this game's credit, at least Shuyin puts up a fight, unlike fucking Yu Yevon. Dude fights exactly like Titus, too, right down to his ultimate finishing move where he wrecks your shit with a blitz ball.
Goddamn blitz balls, man. They're fucking weapons. We need to ban assault blitz balls. We need smart blitz ball control.
Yeah, he's got a blitz ball, too. This guy's gonna conquer the world, and he carries a blitz ball. We're actually meant to take this seriously.
Put that crybaby to sleep!
Alright, time out! No!
Yo, we got fucking Titus's dad, Stacy Keach, at our back. We got this. Alright, Stacy Keach. Was Titus bombing himself?
Oh, time out, hang on. Did you guys just hear that?
Not much longer now.
Yes, that voice that keeps giving you advice during the...
It's Stacy Keach. It's Titus's dad. Wussy! He's sitting there holding his booze in a cup. He's got his Hawaiian shirt on.
The last boss fight, it took me for fucking ever to figure out where I'd heard that before.
Wussy!
Keep fighting! Right, and you know
Wussy!
That's Jekt, Titus's dad. And to the what
yeah,
in the
Titus's
hell
dad.
is Jekt doing here? And this ties right into an issue I've been thinking about for years when it comes to this game, and I've never been able to find a satisfactory answer to it. It's very simple. What in the hell is the deal with Shuyin? The game makes it clear from the beginning that Titus and Shuyin are not supposed to be the same person, but they are, kind of. They are, but they're not. Shuyin was a real blitzball player in the real Zanarkand. Okay, fine, I get that part. And apparently Titus is some kind of recreation of Shuyin, a dream constructed by the Faith in Dream Zanarkand, and the Faith are like the souls of the dead or something. And the reason Titus is different is because the Faith have an imperfect memory of Shuyin, so he's close, but not quite the same.
This is retarded. This is fucking retarded.
You follow me so far? Ah, that's okay. I don't think I follow me either. I mean, the way I've explained it, it kind of makes sense, but as soon as you start asking any kind of questions about this, the whole thing just falls apart. Like, how could they have such an imperfect memory of a major Xanarkin celebrity? I mean, dude played Blitzball. They got his face and body exactly right, but not his name? What the hell? Not to mention, the guy almost enacted genocide with a doomsday weapon. You'd think he'd be pretty well remembered in the news.
It'd be like if Mike Tyson, the original Chicks Dig Diet Robots on your last bathroom break, Joey. It'd be like if Mike Tyson piloted a giant robot to kill people. You'd remember that. People still remember Mike Tyson biting a guy's fucking ear in a boxing match.
Plus, the guy was dating Len, one of the most famous summoners and pop singers in Xanarkand. And not only is Len nowhere to be seen in Dream Xanarkand, Titus never mentions having a smoking hot girlfriend back in Xanarkand to anybody. And trust me, Titus is exactly the kind of douchebag who would never shut the fuck up about
being the pigeon speaker, yeah.
This kind of thing to anybody.
Apparently Mike Tyson was so shitty to his children that his daughters only want to date white men. Which isn't, I shouldn't be laughing at that, but that's kind of like, wow.
Hey, I'm dating this super hot singer, you know. Her name's Len.
Well, too busy being a wussy in Dream Xanarkand.
I even touched her boob one time.
They really should have had Stacy Keach voice Jecht. Stacy Keach as Jecht would have been perfect.
I'm the star player of the Xanarkand Abes. Because is it like in Final Fantasy X, when the Faith make Dream Xanarkand, is Sin supposed to destroy Dream Xanarkand before Titus meets Len? Well, why would that happen and not the war with Bevelle? And, oh geez, what about Auron? Doesn't he notice anything unusual about any of this? Because he actually is from the real Xanarkand. He actually is an unsent spirit. He doesn't notice the completely different personality or the different name or his stunning similarity to a famous blitzball player named Shuyan. And then I realized, you know, they never actually say his name in Final Fantasy X, at least not in a voiced video clip. So, is it possible that the fact that nobody refers to Titus by name a plot point? Like,
that's wild.
If Titus had ever introduced himself or anyone had bothered
he really does look like Jack Sparrow.
to ask his name, would Auron have looked confused and been all, Titus? Wait a minute, your name's Shuyan, isn't it? What the fuck is the matter with you? Well, apparently nobody bothered because nobody refers to Titus by name.
Dad of the year.
In 10-2 either, meaning Yuna fucked a guy whose name she didn't know. Oh my god, I'm rambling. I gotta pull. Okay, here's my point. My point is, if Shuyan and Titus are two different entities, wouldn't Jecht know about this? Because I thought the whole point of Final Fantasy X was that Jecht raised Titus to hate him, so he'd be willing to kill his own father when Jecht became Sin, because that's why Titus has all his daddy issues, right? So, if Jecht is Titus's father, and Titus isn't real, okay, that doesn't make sense, because if he's not real, how does he have a... Okay, how does that... If he is, why is he here calling Shuyan a crybaby? Because...
This is fucking confusing. This is really fucking confusing.
Okay, I thought they were different people, or did Jecht raise the real Shuyan and the Dream Titus as children in Dream Xanarkand? Because that doesn't make sense and that's fucking weird. Okay, I mean, I guess because they both have the same moves, I don't...
Fuck!
And then there's the thing where you can unlock the Xanarkand Abes in the Blitzball minigame, and the thing is, Titus is there, but instead of being called Titus, he's called Star Player, and why wouldn't they call...
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck? Oh god, I almost talked through...
This is making my head spin.
The ending. What happens? Len and Shuyan fuck off, and the Youth League and New Yevon guys are friends now, even though they shouldn't, because they've, killed thousands of people, and Yuna's become strong and independent and...
Oh, she has two normalized now.
Crap, and she fucks off, and, that's kind of it. Unless you played the game for months and got 100% completion, in which...
You're really going too far with it.
Get this. And...
She saved Christopher Titus.
Titus comes back, and, yeah, there he is. He's sure there. Yeah, all that time and effort, that was totally worth it to see this guy again. Hooray.
I got a theory.
a game theory.
I think the faith gathered up my thoughts and put them together to bring me back. Or maybe I'm still a dream.
It's like some Twin Peaks shit. In the end, Spoony moves out from Channel Awesome, spends a decade in depression, and never read Final Fantasy X 2.5.
Dude, I don't think even the Faith really know. And if you don't know, what the fuck chance do I have?
You bitch!
You bitch! Did she just try to kill him? Because if he is real, she just pushed him off a cliff to die pulverized against jagged fucking rocks.
That's not cherishing.
Oh my god. Guys, I just had a terrible thought. Now that
What's
I'm done
up?
with the game, that means I have to fight a character from the game. And that means...
And the Blitzbomb incident. Oh god! Oh look, it's Empty Hero's wife. It's the Sphere Hunter. It's the Sphere Hunter, Empty Hero's girlfriend.
Oh my god. You are the sexiest woman I've ever seen in
Fucking shaved his armpits for this.
my life. Wow!
Whoa! That bitch had guns! Wow, that couch can absorb some bullets. He has the white flag. She fucked that up. Whoa! Come on, man. Fuck her up. You got your gun blade? Oh, shit.
Burton! Yo, Dustbuster! Bust out the death ray! Oh, that's just great. There goes Plan A.
Oreo! Oh, rest in peace, Oreo. Oreo is Spoony's dog, and she or he sadly died recently.
Oreo? Puppy! Go get help! Oreo!
Spoony used to have a Twitter page where he would post as his dog, and it was really sad. He was really addicted to Twitter.
Yo, go get the guns in my closet!
Rip, yeah.
The guns! You can do it! Go! I really don't know what you're so mad about.
We know his dog fucker manual limerick break.
I was pretty complimentary to your game, all things considered. It's just a game, lady. Really don't see what you're so upset. Oh, right.
Honestly, Final Fantasy X-2 is way better than Final Fantasy X, and it's honestly not a bad game and has a lot of good moments in it.
I violently murdered your boyfriend with a gunblade. Shit.
Oh yeah, there was that. But if Spoony murdered Yuna's boyfriend, she can bring him back. She brought him back in X too.
Oreo, bring the guns!
Aww. Oh wow, that was actually helpful. Rotten oh wow. Oh, he's in the Matrix.
Cool. Guns! Lots of guns!
Whoa. It is kind of amazing that Yuna actually uses guns in X too. He's got the fucking John Woo doves. He's ready to get serious. That's his Let's Get Dangerous mood. That was mean, but hey, sometimes you need humor. Yeah. There's a shotgun. Birdemic CGI. Gun Mage is the Blue Balls Mage in X too.
What the fuck are you gonna do? Sing me to death with that?
Surprised he didn't get his sister to play Yuna. Mean enough, Richard. Oh shit, Spoony! No! Oh shit, Sephiroth! Is Spoony in another year or two? You know what that means? That way your ex-wife treats you. Fucking Sephiroth! He's a Smash Brothers character. This is so cursed. Aerith, no! I like how Spoony has a whole ass Sephiroth cosplay, and he actually has the wig on properly. Yeah. Big sword anime man killed my big boob big. Wow.
I just wanted to say, love your work.
Love your work. Well, I guess we're gonna do Spoony Final Fantasy 13 next. Which honestly, 13 is a worse game than 10-2. 13 is legitimately fucking awful. That game sucked cock.
Keep it up.
What are you? No! Fuck you! I hate Final Fantasy more than anything in the fucking world!
Troon cosplaying a Sephiroth. I mean, if fucking Sephiroth killed the person that was trying to, like, kill me and said, hey, you gotta do a video about Final Fantasy 13, I'd do that. Shit. No, I don't think Spoony One's Jewish, but he does have a big nose.
Oh, yes. I know you do. I'm counting on it.
But yeah, that is the last of Spoony One's Final Fantasy X reviews. We're going to play one more video as our moment of zen, and we're going to call it a night. I don't know what I'm going to play, though. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. We'll play a short video. Yell at the Jew Spoony's not part of the chosen. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, we'll play this little video. This is Mundane Matt crying. Lol. And that's it. I will see you guys later. I don't know what I'm going to do next time, but I got a few videos up in the sleeve. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. You have a good night.